I just got to mute.
I'm good. You just got to mute.
All done.
That's pretty funny because most people don't say I'm good. Well, well they used to. But what's going on, everybody? I uh, I brought the laptop up north. I got oh, Stevie's on his way. He's going to be late. We're trying to hook up with Ohio. But we have we have our two beautiful young ladies. We got the we have the Fatwood Queen with us here tonight, and we have the every beautiful Miss Dish,
Thank you.
and we have the stumper kind of the Greenwood kind of South Carolina, North Carolina, same thing, Carolakis. You know how
No,
they are.
fuck you. It's South Carolina. North Carolina is just Yankees. And to the rest of you, what's going on, everybody?
I didn't send Gunpowder Beauty a link. Did I not send Gunpowder Beauty a link?
I don't
I
know. You got a
always,
Apparently
lot
you
on your
didn't, or else
mind.
she would be in here.
I always send Gunpowder Beauty a link. Now I feel
Okay,
like a
Michelle.
total jackass. Now I feel like a total jackass. Oh my
Should I
goodness!
repeat it for him, Dish?
I'm gonna find out if I
I
sent her a
think he
link.
heard you.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I don't believe it. How do you?
Hi,
Can I
Susie Scott.
Can I screenshot this and then I don't know how to do it from here. Fuck, never mind. So I'll just tell you the
Susie
story.
Scott.
I'll just tell you the story. So one night, Miss Shalisha Shell, um, she was out in the comment section, and I told her a couple of times. I said, "Hey," I said, you know, you have a link out here, to come in on the chat if you'd like. Some nights people don't want to come on, and I get it, right? I mean, I'm not a Mikey didn't send me a link. She replies, and I went, "Oh hell yeah, I did." And I'm like, you see, I can't even be like that other person because I'm going to tell you why. Because then I can, well, with help, I can screenshot everything and say, see, sent. Well, here's the thing. So when she said, Mikey, I didn't get it, Shalisa's not going to lie to me, not even hustling around.
Right.
So I go open up the window to Facebook, blah, blah, blah. I go to her name, and guess what?
It was just sitting there.
We were both half right and half wrong. Well, she was right, but I was half right and half wrong. But she wasn't half wrong, just me. So here's what happened. I put the link in her message box.
How the
right? Listen, I'm going to tell you how. When you send a link through Facebook, you copy it from StreamYard, you go to Facebook Messenger, you go to paste it, right? It was on the thing written. I never hit enter because now you have to hit enter on the Facebook thing.
What you were thinking about?
And I never hit enter. And then I went and went through everybody else that I was sending links to. So guess what? I just did the same thing to Gunpowder Beauty.
I'd like to say something.
Go right ahead, young lady.
Do you remember about 2 winters ago, you weren't showing up very much and Gear was taking over and doing the chats. And then you start coming around and I would be all ready for the chat and you wouldn't show up. Sometimes you would, sometimes you wouldn't. Then you'd show up like an hour later with just Dish. And by then I'm already busy. It's like, man, I feel like he thinks I don't want to be on the chat no more. But I tell you what, every Friday night I tell my friends, nope, I can be on the chat. And sometimes I have to go back and hang out with them.
Wait a minute. Back up step there, young lady. First of all, did I hear somebody say that? Did I hear somebody say?
I felt like you forgot about me, like you didn't. Like
No. Hang on. We're gonna get to that. Because I was not at fault for that. I was not at fault for that.
I know. I'm giving you shit.
I know you are.
But I was trying to join.
Did I hear somebody say Susie's in here?
Susie Scott and
Hello,
Brandon Gay.
Susie Scott.
Susie.
I should probably do a rundown, huh?
Sure.
Well, it couldn't hurt. I mean,
right. So I'm sorry. Wow, look at that. Jaywat's first. 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. I think he's trying to get an attaboy.
either that or he's bored as fuck.
One or the other. Jaywat, 69. Always a pleasure, my friend. Hoping things are well for you. Of course, Miss Shalisha Shell's in here with us, because she was just golfing my balls all the way down the friggin' hill here. And also, Dish is obviously in here with us. Big dog and a leather kind. What's going on, kid?
What's up, Timmy?
Gunpowder Beauty. How are you, sweetheart? And by the way, you do now have a link. I hit enter. And look at that. Speak of the devil. Well, not the devil. She's not the devil because the devil's male. So I don't know what the female version of the devil is, other than But
Oh, that you think the devil's male, sweetheart?
was that me or her?
I think it was her because it kind of
Okay.
sounded like R2D2 was ass raping C3PO, dude. That was
That's
all
right.
kind of fucked up.
That's what I was catching.
I wondered about those
Are
two.
you serious?
There you are.
All right, now you're
Now I
working,
got
baby
you.
doll.
Oh, okay.
Now I hear you.
I
So,
said-
what did you say?
I said it's cute that you think the devil is male, sweetheart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because the female, you don't even want to listen. You're picking the wrong night to ask me what the female version of a devil is. Just ask Dish. Listen, don't make me say that word live. Don't make me do it. Like I said, Miss Susie Scott's here. Hello, Susie. How are you? Hoping things are well. I hope you had a nice time last week. Stevie said you were graduation, right? Is that what he said?
Yep.
Graduation party. I hope you had a blast at your graduation party last week. And who am I missing? Oh, Brenda J. Brenda J. How the hell are you? Anybody seen Jezzo around? I haven't seen Jezzo in like forever.
I
No,
know,
I
right?
haven't seen him.
I wish I could call him, but I can't. Good to see you, Brenda. Thanks for coming. Much appreciated.
Hey, Brenda.
Hello, Vanessa Kitty. How are you? Hoping things are well. Good to see you.
Hey, Vanessa.
And I think that's everybody. I believe I have everybody. All right, who's hitting the pipe? You, Stumper?
No, I was muted until just now.
Oh, I was kind of getting
I thought your fucking non-existent asthma had returned or something.
Not mine, kid. I don't have asthma. I got that, I don't know, COPD, whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah, it's called fucking snoring.
Why is it every time Gunpowder Beauty is on the panel, she has her camera off and is so quiet? I don't know, Jaywat. And then she breaks my balls if I don't send a fucking link.
Bite me, Jaywat.
If I tell you what, Jaywat, if you don't take her up on that offer, tag me in. Just tag me in, Coach. I'll take care of that for you.
Mikey, you die of a fucking heart attack about 14 minutes in.
Stumper, did you just say 14 minutes in?
Yeah.
Stump, I'm almost 55 years old. There ain't no such thing as 14 minutes anymore, bro.
Dude,
All
heart
about
attacks
busting
are
a
a
nut.
slow motherfucking thing, dude.
Oh, thanks, Brenda J. Much appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Trying to be nice, you know.
So here's the problem I'm having.
Right, Stump?
Here's the problem I'm having. Okay.
You have problems?
Yep,
Fuck,
I
you got
do.
it narrowed down to just one?
You know why?
We're
Because
not
every week,
qualified.
every week, Jaywat has something to say about Dish making a video and blah 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 blah. Dish isn't wearing a ponytail. Dish, can you give us a side profile for a second, please, sweetheart? Where did she go? We just lost Gunpowder Beauty. Okay, so here's the thing.
Thank you,
So
Flan.
Shalisa says, "Come on, Dish, blah 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 blah." Hi, Flan, how are you? Right?
Yep. Howdy, Flan.
So Shalisa says, blah blah blah, right? Gunpowder. It says device. Oh, you are. There you are. I was going to say it says device not connected, and you already brought yourself up. That's kind of cool. And so Dish finally does the ponytail thing,
Yeah.
and he says nothing.
He said I was cheating because I had a hat on.
Oh, for the love of Mary!
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm very serious.
Never again will I help you, Jaywat.
Jaywat,
That's what you did. Never.
Jaywat, Jaywat. I gotta tell you something, bro. If it wasn't that we used to do the chats together 100 years ago, well, it seems like 100 years ago, don't it, brother? If it wasn't that we didn't, if it wasn't that we didn't do the chats 100 years ago together, and I already knew what you look like. If nobody knew, they might think you're a chick right now.
It
It
is
is
cheating wearing the hat, he said.
All right. Take the hat off. Here, can I tell you why she's wearing a hat? Can I tell you why? Let me tell you why she's
Now
wearing a
my
hat.
hair looks like crap, though.
No, it don't.
See what you did?
So, Jaywat, this is a true story. You can ask the girls. You can ask Stump. Okay, true story. Welcome back. How does she do that? How does she get to put herself back up without me letting her in? That's awesome.
Oh, no.
So anyways, this is a true story. So we're off air, and Shalisa said, "Dish, are you gonna do the ponytail thing?" Blah, 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 blah. So Dish was like, "Hang on, shut your camera off, because God forbid she has me and Stump watch her put a pair up, because can't do that."
Take your hair.
So
Take your hair.
when Dish came back with her ponytail, I said to Stump while she was gone, I went, "Say, Stump, I wonder if, considering she's putting a ponytail up for Shalisa, I wonder if she'll put a ball cap on, like a camo ball cap on for me." That's why Dish wore the hat. And I'm not even lying. That is God's gospel truth.
Fawn
Right.
liked the hat, by the way. Good, thank you, Fawn.
It is all true, but you could have landed that fucking plane about fucking 8 days ago. I mean,
Hey, Jezzo, your fucking ears ringing, brother.
We were just
Did I not-
talking about you.
Did I not just say where the fuck Jerry's been? I can't even call him because
Yeah.
I don't have a cell phone. So few people that don't see me on Facebook. I was
you
out,
lucky bastards.
right. Well, other than that, I was out. Because I know Jaywat doesn't do Facebook. So
Right, let's not get sidetracked, Mikey.
So I was out fishing on a kayak yesterday. Anyways, long story short, my phone went bloop, into the water, to the bottom of the lake.
No.
So somehow I believe Mikey about the hat.
Did you get it back?
Only he would ask that. Yeah, why not? Do you know why, Jaywat? I know what you meant. You don't have to correct yourself and put ask. I know what you meant. Jaywat, you know why? Come on. You're the history guy around here. You don't forget nothing. Why? Why did I ask her to put a hat on? I'll give you time to answer. I feel like I'm running Jeopardy here. Do, 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 do. You know? And speaking of the class historian, anybody seen Gear Grind 19 around?
I saw his video. I think he did a video a few days ago on his garden because he's feeling a little bit better now. He had the croup or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did. He wasn't feeling He was under the weather.
Wasn't
That's right.
feeling good at all.
I bet you
The
got
infamous,
tomatoes.
Dish's Hat channel. No. When I first met Dish, okay, moons ago, she always had a hat on.
Yep, I always wore a hat.
Always. Goodbye, Gunpowder.
All right, Gunpowder, what the heck's going on?
I know. Now it says, watch. It says device not connected. And now she's here. I didn't touch a button.
It's called bad signal.
Yeah,
This shit's a lot like a fucking Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
But Shalisa, bad signal or not, you have to bring somebody up, or they'll sit in the trunk all day. She's bringing herself up somehow. It's amazing to me. I have no idea how she's doing
She's got the power.
Not fully out. It's not fully gone. It's not.
it. So back in the day when I first met her, she always had a hat on. Okay. I think she wore a Green Bay hat one time, and I teased the shit out of her. She never wore another one. And then she had a couple of different camo ones. She had one with a flag on it. That actually, you sent me with the same one, didn't you?
Yeah. I
Yep.
can't reach the Green Bay Packer hat. It's too far away. You're lucky.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, too far away. Just like this season, too far away. Don't bother watching them because anything for them is too far away.
We got rid of our best wide receiver.
Y'all had one that was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, they did.
Don't you start on me, Stump.
So Jezzo,
Okay.
so back to Jezzo. Jezzo, where the fuck you been, bro?
It's Sass Green.
Tezo Mikey talks about you every chat.
Miss Dish is ultra sexy tonight. Way more than Mikey. That doesn't take much, bro. I can't remember the first Dish encounter. Been in a trance ever since.
Oh, he's sweet.
Oh, that's one of the best songs in the train.
Sask,
Yeah.
I met you through her. If you remember. When you used to come on, you in the, what do you call it, on JT. But does Dish still have a magic? I can never say his name.
Magikowski jersey.
Ski.
Ski.
Would you remember him?
Yes.
Hope you're feeling better.
You were here last week. You weren't here last week. And if you were, you didn't come on and say hi because I asked you. Dish, was he here last week?
I don't remember him being here last week.
I don't remember shouting your name out, bro.
Who's that?
Jezzo.
Oh,
Yeah.
add to the stream. Look at that. See, now it's telling me to add. Now you can talk Gunpowder. See if that works.
Hey, can you
That's
hear
what
me
I was
now?
wondering.
Yes. See,
There
what was
you
happening?
go.
There had to be some kind of a glitch, Gunpowder, because you were bringing yourself up, and then just then it told me to add you to the stream. So,
Beam me aboard, Scotty.
JT,
Right,
what's
Felicia?
that?
Back
JT,
to my old
that's
phone.
yes, Sass Green. To answer
Be
your
strong, Mikey, and don't say it.
question. JT, that's JT is James Taylor.
There you go.
I was here, but just didn't say anything. All right, Jezzo, no problem. Then when I said, where the hell's my buddy Jezzo been? You know, Jezzo, by the way, don't text me at least until probably next Thursday. Well, technically this coming Thursday, because I don't have a cell phone.
Feeling great tonight, Jezzo.
Good to hear. I'm glad you're not sick anymore.
Yes, she is, Brenda. Very beautiful.
But anyhow, so what's everybody up to? How's everybody's week go? I'm not going to ask you. Listen, I'm not going to talk about mine, so I can't do that without using profanity. So that's not going to happen.
Sass Green.
JT was when Mikey put on his James and he watched.
Well, Mikey, not to make you or anybody else hate me any worse considering the whole situation, but
Yeah.
I spent part of my afternoon sitting on the porch watching
Do you go by?
14, 15 little young Jakes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Yep, probably about
That's awesome.
maybe 100, 120 yards from the front door.
Nice. SKS Hugo, how the hell are you? Good to see you. I remember one time I was telling Dish, I think I did a video on it. As a matter of fact, I know I did a video on it about just this turkey, and he was letting me get close to him and the whole 9 yards. And that's why I don't understand. People say, "Oh, turkeys don't let you. You can't move when you're with turkey on. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that." I was freaking 3 feet from this goddamn thing, and it didn't bother me. Anywho.
That turkey had been out in the pasture pecking the right mushrooms out of the right patties of cow shit. It was tripping his balls off. That's why you got that close to you.
Well, here's the thing. Mama was around too, And then there was a bunch of little ones. And the first thing I said to Dish was, look at that. Look at that. Turkey tenders.
Right?
You wouldn't believe the shit I got. Remember that, Dish? You wouldn't believe
No,
the
I don't.
Remember when I said I should have grabbed the fucking, what do you call it to me, chicken fucking tenders, turkey tenders out of them.
You should have.
And yeah, and then, but the shit I took from people for saying that,
Oh, that's terrible.
dang, Mrs. Mikey put Mikey on restricted from cursing. No, Mrs.
But
Mikey.
notice there was never a
No.
confirmation of remembering it.
No, I
it's just
don't
that
remember it.
See?
Mrs. Mikey's at home, and I'm up north. You guys see my new dig? See?
Remember, I blocked a whole lot of shit out of my mind.
You did. You're good at that too.
Well, you
should have been a
had to
shrink.
for mental, survival.
Yeah,
See, you should listen. You should go get a job with a shrink, because then you
I
can show.
should.
You can show people. Listen, I can block this out of my brain. It didn't happen.
Right.
It didn't. The
The
I could
shit
hand
she
them a
had to
pamphlet.
block out. The shit she had to block out would break a team of fucking psychiatrists.
Yeah, really.
hey, the only good thing is that we all met there, and we're all still friends. So.
Right on.
Sass Green, 13th Men's North. Yeah. To me, North is my trailer in New Hampshire, about an hour and 30 minutes from my house, Sask. Up north, how is old Timberline North doing? Wow, another name that just fucking. I'm telling you, these people. I'm telling you, Big Brother's listening.
Relentless.
I want to know where Jerry was. I get done talking about Jerry. Bam, Jerry shows up. Dish and I put the sunglasses on like this.
Yeah, we did.
We went like this and put the glasses on, and
Yeah.
we went through the whole Timberline North thing on how we
I
met Stevie.
just called.
To say,
to say-
Man, I feel left out. Hold on. This is
Hey,
there you go.
she's
So,
got her lathe glasses on.
that was the other thing. Jaywat. No, Jaywat knows where he came from. Right? But yeah, good old Timberline. I have no idea what he's up to, Jaywat, being honest. That's just wow. People are different. Maybe he's up in them woods and he's trapping, doing whatever. He doesn't see a lot of people. I don't know.
Well, I hope for humanity's sake that is the case.
We had a guy in my town growing up as a kid. So when I was growing up, my town probably had about, 17,000, 18,000 in it or something. And anyways, right on the town line, one of the towns that borders us, there was this hill and there was a house on it. We used to ask my grandfather all the time, or whoever I was in the car with, but usually it was my grandfather because we'd go to the gas station right down the street from there, because he knew the guy. Anyways, I says, wow, look at that house up on the hill. That's kind of cool to have a house, And my grandfather's like, oh no, you don't want to go to that guy. That guy's a jerk. I go, why is he a jerk? He goes, because he doesn't come out of his house. I said, well, he has to come out of his house. He has to go shop, and he has to get, he has to eat. He has to, He goes, yep, and he talks to nobody when he does it. He says, how you might catch somebody, say, oh, hi, just a, yep. He goes, head down. He's like a hermit. He will not talk to human race. Susie said he's on his way home from a job. I gotta be nice. Was he in Detroit by chance? Does Stevie live far from Detroit?
I think
Come on,
he's
Mikey.
in the suburb of Detroit.
Oh, is he? Come on, Mikey. We can see the background. You're at Timberlane North's place. Now, listen, don't forget, right? See,
No,
Jaywat,
that's
don't
way too nice a backdrop for that.
Jaywat, whose buddy was Timberline North? Do you remember that one?
Oh, God, feels like
Oh,
some
so
deja vu
Susie-
shit at the moment.
Susie said he's not in Detroit.
Okie dokie, that's good.
So he's coming over from a job. Well, is it his driving job? Is it his black van job? Or is it a, I got this thing. You know what I missed on Bass Pro Shop commercials? When the guy used to say, "It's all right, I know a guy in there fishing in the fish tank." It's all right, I know a guy.
Hey, I seen a guy fishing from a fish tank that was actually the back that was a semi-trailer.
Oh, wow.
Honest
Really?
to God, it was at the Branch County Fair. I've been trying to find this guy for forever because I haven't seen him doing since. And he literally went to fairs with this semi and had this big ass tank, and he would literally go fishing in that area and put them in the tank, and then he'd be all with his earphones on and speaker. He'd be talking to us and casting that line out there, and we'd be watching him fish through this giant fish tank on a semi. And he'd be telling
That'd be badass.
Yeah.
Snow Zeus, how the hell are you?
2005.
Jaywat said Steve. Correct. He is, Jaywat, once again, is 100% correct. It wasn't me that brought, like Stump.
Hey, Snow Zeus.
Stump alluded to earlier. I was out in the chat room, but
Hey, I
Mikey
gotta
said,
say something real quick.
go right ahead, honey.
Snow Zeus just bought some fat wood for me, and I want to thank you, Snow Zeus, and I'm so happy that you're happy with your purchase. Man,
Excellent.
I am almost sold out. I just filled like 3 big boxes today. Great.
Awesome.
Snow Zeus. I'm
That's
so
awesome.
happy you like what you got. Oh, and I sent him a little surprise candle too. I hope you like it.
Oh, cool.
Keep it burning.
Keep it burning.
Mikey said he did that one time. They still have the trespassing order in effect. No, only one place has my. I can't go in.
Hey, MCK.
MCK, how the hell are you, bro? Only one place I can't go in for my. I love the box. I appreciate the surprise also. Oh, whoa. Snow Zeus. Is the surprise? Is it a picture?
Free
We'll
copy.
start. We'll start there, Snow Zeus. Is it a picture?
Sass Green says, chops on the trigger. Almost done. One more beer here.
All right. Sass, have a beer for me. Make it 2. I'm going to try to do a video on the one surprise. All right. So then obviously he can't answer. All right, cool. That's cool, Snow Zeus. That's cool.
Cool beans.
A love letter. Hell yeah. You know what?
Well, that's, I was going to ask Snow Zeus if you could like forward the picture, whatever.
Video on morel mushroom spore slurry, and he was interested, and he did the same thing.
Mushrooms, what are those?
Do that when you take your morel mushrooms and you make a big old batch in a food safe container. You grind it up in the grinder, your dry morels and your dry applewood chips, whatever you got, molasses, salt. Put your bubbler in there or not. Leave it in the 90-degree weather for 2 days, and once it's done, just dump it everywhere and cross your fingers in 3 years you start getting mushrooms. I try to do it every year.
Well, I say mushrooms, what are those? Because I'm going to tell you something. Because we got this much rain, that'd be a goose egg. Mushrooms around here are far and few between. You got to really, you know what I'm saying? I used to have the puffball mushrooms loaded. My whole lot out here was loaded with them last year.
Oh, yeah?
The kids thought they were golf balls and started golfing. I'm like, yo, stop. They're like, what?
Right.
What? I'm like,
I
those are
did have
mushrooms.
one pop up, but it was over in the neighbor's yard. I don't know if that counts or not.
Comes up like a little golf ball. Comes up like a little golf ball, you know. My brother picked a few. I picked a few. Chicken of the woods. Haven't seen it.
Oh,
And I look for the trees down the whole night. You know what I try to do too is I try to go down by the water's edge where, you know what I mean, where it's, you know, like, because it's shady with all the trees. You know what I mean, and the sun doesn't really get in there a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did your mushroom thing in my backyard. Then I put a fence in. I think I ruined it. Snow zoos. That's awesome that you tried that. I'm going to tell you why. Because I actually saw a video last year that people were growing their own mushrooms, which I think is hello beautiful. Wow, the
Hey,
baby's sleeping.
buddy.
The baby's sleeping already. I was going to say it's awfully quiet at the Gunpowder Beauty House tonight.
Little moose.
I don't hear the twinkling of little wind-up toys.
Aww.
Aw. He's gonna be a handsome redneck.
Right on. And that's a rare thing to catch that youngin' sleeping.
Oh my God, I love that shirt. He's so cute.
Oh, Shalisa, do you do that too? You know how to do that?
Yes.
I don't know how to go on my own. It's funny. I found the morels.
I'll only be selling the kits that come with the dried morels and the chips. That's all.
Snow zoos.
Puff balls, yeah.
Yeah, no, puff balls are the balls.
I got some pictures. Puff balls.
I still can't remember the purple ones we found last year at the mushroom hunt we went on. Man, last year the puff balls were here, softball and volleyball sized, and way more than previous years, and they would get it bigger. Gotta be quick and pick them. Yeah, you do. I still think we all got more rain last year than this year, except for Kentucky. You know, but I feel bad for those people down there. They're probably still fucking underwater. And the sucky part about the flooding is that it doesn't seep. It really doesn't seep into the ground.
Yeah.
That's the reason why it's flooding. But you want it to seep in the. That's why you need like 3-4 days. That's why I keep saying up here. Even I say up here and at home. We need about 4 days, 3 days of straight rain, 24 hours. Doesn't have to be hard rain. Just enough to, you know what I mean.
Nice steady drizzle for a few days.
Right on. Sass likes the little blue mushrooms. I think they call those Smurfs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say a blue mushroom. I don't think I'm going to trust that at all.
You're not going to trust it because you don't have any more, or you're not going to trust
Both.
Blue indigo. Milkets.
And I tell people that I went on that because it's up here in the north. I call it the north. It's not north to Sask or Jaywat, but I went on that mushroom class last year with my brother, my dad, and my nephew. I think they charged us $20 each. And what a freaking time! We were going to do it this year, but there's no rain, so I'm like, I bumped into the guy down the street, and he goes, he says, we can't have anybody pick them. There's nothing to pick. He says, it's terrible. He says, I was thinking about going in there with a hose and just, because he knows where a lot of them are, you know what I mean, where they usually grow.
Yeah.
He goes, but what are you going to do? I told him, I said, well, if we get rain in August, in late August, I said, I'll be there. Psst, Dish, thank you for wearing the ponytail.
You better thank Shalisha.
Just say you're welcome. Make them feel good and say you're welcome.
35 minutes and 0 seconds. 35 minutes it took him to say that.
Oh, wow. There's a first. There's a
Jaywat.
first. Jaywat's taking a beating from a female instead of me. Usually it's me that's always jousting with them because it's fun. And he's good at it. Flan says, had to turn the AC on for a few hours today, first time in 2 weeks. Yeah, it got a little hot, did it?
Yeah, it was hot here today.
Yeah.
I had, man.
It's going to be hot the next 3 days, and then it's going to rain Monday.
Supposed to be
Or
humid
Tuesday, one or the
here.
other.
I had the heat gun going on in here, and I was
Oh,
melting
wow.
shit. And I was sucking in the cool air from outside, but after a couple hours, it was hot outside.
Yeah.
I got this little electric heater. It's about this big, about this tall, this wide. I really like it because, it's one of those, you knock it over and it goes right out. You know what I mean? Because it's got the safety on the bottom. As soon as it tips and the pin comes out, it shuts it right off. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
What I didn't think was kind of cool is that I forgot it at the house. Because I have heat in the trailer. Here's the thing. The manual's at home for the trailer. And I forgot how to use the friggin' thing.
Do what?
So I'm because I said to myself, if I turn the propane on, because I think there's another switch underneath. Because I have a thermostat right over there. Obviously, I can go to the thermostat and go. Like every other trailer I ever had, I went to the thermostat, turn the gas on, go over to the thermostat and go, but this one has a switch. And I'm like,
On a camper like that, if I'm not mistaken, your tanks have a regulator. Like you were saying, that's going to lead to almost like an actual furnace that'll be up under one of the cabinets, and from there it'll make it.
Yeah,
it's thermostat. You'll have to light the pilot in both places.
Yeah, I had to do that to the stove, to the gas stove. But yeah, I mean, it's what I tell the kids? Put another blanket on.
That's right.
I go. The best thing about being cold is what? I said you can always put another blanket on.
That's right.
I go. You can't always take layers off.
Right.
I like being chilly every once in a while.
Yeah. Well. How do I say this?
I will very much openly admit there's a lot to be said for the comfort of being up under several blankets. Just the weight of it, it's comfortable.
I just hope it's not that cold. You got a sore throat or something, Mike.
When my wife gets warm, she'll either turn the fan on, open the window, and turn the fan on in my bedroom. And I gotta tell you, the other night she did it. It went down to like 59 degrees. Do you know what 59 degrees is when you put a fan in a window and you turn the fan on? I'll tell you what it is. It's fucking frigid.
See, it's just a little bit chilly.
She's sleeping on top of all the blankets, right?
I do it.
And I come in, it's like 1:30 in the morning. And I'm like, oh, fuck, now I'm going to wake her up. I open the door, and I'm creeping. She goes, I'm awake. I'm like, oh, thank God. She goes, what's the matter? I go, you got to let me in. I says, you're sleeping on top of the blankets there, kiddo. You ready? I had to roll up a blanket and then roll up the comforter because it's she has it full at the end of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got like a little top sheet. She's on top of the top sheet. I'm like, whoa. She says, what do you want to do? I says, can you get up out of bed for a minute? She gets up out of bed. And I went like this. And I put them all on me. I'm like, okay, now you can lay down. Big Dog, welcome back. Mikey likes his fan running. No, I don't. I think 70 all year round in my house is fine. I have no problem with
60.
70 all year round. Usually when it's hot and humid here, I'll put the AC on and I set it for 70 and I'm fine. But I'll tell you, those cool nights and the windows open and the fans on the window. Then I get up to take a leak and it's like, I go, dude,
Where are you?
Little out there. And it's so bad because the bathroom door is right directly across my bedroom door. And my wife's like, who are you talking to? I go, don't worry about it. She was everything all right? I'm like, yeah, everything's fine. Mikey's lucky. Mrs. Mikey didn't tell him, go set up your ice fishing tent if you're cold. You're actually right.
Have a good one, Sass.
Sass, it's awesome. Always awesome to see you. Who did we lose? Stumper. Sass, always a pleasure seeing you, my friend. I hope things are well for you. And hey, don't forget, one of these days, do a little drive around like you did before for me, will you? 59 is perfect. So
yeah, he says, Mikey, 70 is perfect. No, 59 is perfect. I love it.
With you. I'm with you. Snow Juice says I'm with you, Mikey. 70 is perfect. Yeah, it is. It's just a beautiful temperature all year round. It's great. I was real happy. I'm real happy Sass comes in. He was able to come in and stay a little bit tonight.
Yep.
Have a good night, Sass Green. I'm a little slow on that. Sorry.
It's all right, Sass. She's getting old. You can't,
Huh?
Mikey talking about his junk at the bill. Wasn't talking about my junk. Not the junk I was talking about. They're always there. Give me spring, fall all year long. I just don't like.
Me too.
I'm with you. I like autumn and fall, but here's what I don't like in the fall: that cold fucking rain. Oh my god. Oh. God damn! Did you ever get caught in a fucking fall rainstorm?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's why I don't live in California, because all winter long it's cold as fuck and rainy, or at least used to be.
Well, Mike, you can set your temperature where you want it all weekend. Yep. I can.
Inside, I like it where it's cold enough that you could probably have penguins inside, but I don't like it that cold outside.
Fun, you hate the cold and live in Canada. You sound like my wife. I hate the winter. I hate the cold. You grew up here. My brother's all done with it too. I got a kid brother. I forget how old he is. He's like 8 years younger than me. What's that make him? 47. I think once his youngest is all done with high school, see ya. He's headed south.
Steve.
It's not by choice. I was born here and just never moved. I hear you. Is Stevie here?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. What's up, Stevie?
Hey, Steve.
We were talking to Susie earlier. You fucking bitch about the snow and cold every fucking winter, Mike. No, I don't. I bitch about the snow and the cold? Oh, hell no. When Mikey goes through menopause, he won't be turning the temperature up in the winter.
Hey, Fuzz.
Fuzz, what's going on?
How's it going, Buzz?
How you been, Fuzz? Yeah, I just don't like cold rain, Stumper. For some reason, the cold, damp rain gets in right into my bones. Forget about it.
I don't mind it if I don't have to go in it.
Well, unfortunately, I got to get out of the truck and do my deliveries. So it's like, just came by to check out the hot women. Well, that's okay because I'm on here. It's ladies' night tonight.
Ponytail night tonight.
Right.
Ponytail night tonight. See, yeehaw! Hello. You know what I mean? Up. It ain't ladies' night anymore. What's up, kid?
Cheers.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
You're all right.
strobe lighting.
No, I'm like on slow motion. You didn't think you'd get all these beautiful ladies to yourself, did you?
Well, if you want me to answer you honestly, I will. If you don't, just tell me to shut up.
Shut the fuck up, Mike.
Okay. Good answer. Seen Mikey in his jammies and the trap door was open. If I could, I would say cheers again. All right. Thanks, Sass. Sass, don't forget, you got to do another ride around with your video camera. Hang on. Somebody else just beeped up. Oh, look at this.
Oh, what is that nice set behind my shoulder?
Hey, Susie.
You got a ponytail too? Almost.
Slow motion.
It makes for good.
I'll just have to sit still and not move. Otherwise, I'll look like the Flash.
Oh, you'll be moving if she was behind you giving you a massage all night long.
Dude,
What's up, kid?
I've been trying to call you all day.
Is that okay?
Oh, have you? Have you been trying to call me all day? Just call me Harry Limpet.
I talked to Larry. Larry the largemouth answered your phone.
Did he? No doubt. Well, do me a favor. The next time you call and you talk to Larry Largemouth, tell him I wouldn't mind if he was on my hook every once in a while.
Right. Want me to have him UPS it to you?
That'd be nice.
Man, we just got in from picking up the kids from the football games. It was an away game, so I was like, I'm not going to an away game. So
Yeah, how'd that go?
Our school beat it's a rival team too, man. They play
That's
every year. 56-0 or 56-7.
Your high school game's already started?
Was it a Michigan game?
Shit. No, this is our third game. Like this is like actual season starting, but we played 2 other games.
High school?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my kids aren't even back to school yet.
Neither are mine, but football season starts before they go back.
I didn't. Wow, that's pretty fucked up.
Here every day, all week, Monday through
That's why people are complaining about Ohio with the football, because we start in August and the playoffs and the championships and state championship, hell, it don't end until February. So them kids are playing every Friday night for how many weeks is that, you know?
Yeah. No, what I thought was pretty cool is when I went to Florida a bunch of years ago with my ex-girlfriend, many moons ago. I went to a Friday night high school game. So our biggest crowds are like Thanksgiving Day, because in the Northeast, Thanksgiving Day is all about high school football.
Mm-hmm.
And the rivals, the high school, like our rival growing up was a town right beside me, the town of Tewksbury, Mass, right? So they're our rivals ever since the 30s, okay? And there's usually about, 3,000 people there, 2,500 people there. So it's a nice crowd. I went to a fucking high school game in Tampa Bay in 1999, 98.
Probably 25,000 people there.
I couldn't even, probably. It was so many people. And I'm like, I look at my ex-girlfriend and I'm like,
dude, Florida.
I think they'd fill Fenway Park for a college game.
Dude, Texas high schools have stadiums the same size as colleges. And they're high schools.
That's unbelievable.
crazy.
Serious about their football down in Texas and Florida, man.
Yeah, and they're serious about your college football too, because up in the Northeast, they don't really. People go, but it's not like they don't
Hey,
talk
did you
about it
guys-
on sports radio.
Did you guys see that deal from Palmetto State that I posted in the room?
Uh,
I know Mikey didn't, but
Was that for both or for one or the other?
that's for both. You get the
Oh my
pistol and the AR for $6.99.
Susie,
Where's
get out
this?
on the street
From
corner.
Palmetto Arms?
$100 and something.
From
Yeah.
Palmetto Arms. What are they? Why are they having such a big sale? I'm not complaining. I'm just.
I don't know why. I mean, they always throw something on sale, but
I've never seen anything like that before.
they had an AK in one of those pistols for $8.99 last week.
I think it's Trump shared nuclear secrets deal.
Did he
weekend.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, Susie's not so. Yeah. Okay.
Did you see that House Bill like 8051 that I posted about?
Yeah, them
I
assholes.
usually see all that stuff on my phone, so you know what the answer to that's going to be. don't you?
1,000% tax on
What, ammo?
magazines,
magazines and anything
Assault-
anything they
assault
consider
looking
assault weapons.
rifles.
Any magazine that holds more than 10 rounds.
I was glad that only Democrats signed on to that bill.
Right.
Oh, good. Oh, good,
It
because
could
that means.
it could still pass though.
Oh,
But
good,
here's
because
the
that.
thing. I just for shits and giggles, I did the math, and I averaged out my mags. What's a mag cost? Anywhere from like $9 to $15 for ARs.
Yeah, about 14.
So I went 12, right? I did $12. But then my pistol mags, those are more expensive. They're around 30. They're from anywhere from $30 to $45 for a pistol mag. So
Yep.
I called it like $33 just to, and then the guns that I have. Do you know how much I would have to pay right off the bat if that passed?
A lot.
36,000
Nice.
in the hole from taxes right off the bat.
Well, listen, we're trying to get out of the inflation here. You know what I mean? So,
Oh,
see now, there's
you're
a,
not
there's
going to
a.
get out of inflation by just me paying one tax. That's for damn sure.
So listen, you said that any clipazine that holds 10 or more rounds, right?
Right.
See, if you lived in Massachusetts, you wouldn't have an issue right now buying any
No,
clipazine.
Fuck me. I didn't think about that. I'm
Because
moving to Massachusetts, so I don't have to pay $1,000.
because Massachusetts, you don't have to pay all that taxes. You know why? Because we can only have 10 around here.
According to some people, that's high capacity. Just saying.
That's fine though.
I want to know how in the hell would they enforce that? There's
What?
no way to enforce that.
Yes, there is.
Just
So-
like they do with the
So here's the thing. You ready?
with
Listen
the
to me.
silencer tax.
Listen to me. Here's how they do it with bordering states. All I can tell you is give you the examples of bordering states. I don't know about online. I don't know about all that shit. Okay, bordering states. Okay, there's a gun shop on the way up here, and you walk in the gun gun store, and it has a little sign. With a little, no, it ain't a little sign. It's a big sign with an arrow. You ready? Mass compliant guns this way. There's a whole section just for mass compliant. Hang on.
What I'm talking, no, hang on.
And
what I'm
the
talking
and
about,
the clip. Hang on. And the clips. Okay. I can't walk in and buy a clip as a mass resident in New Hampshire. If they ID me, they're gonna say, "Yep, your clips are over there."
Right.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm talking about stuff that we already own. What are they going to do? Go door to door and be like, "Hey, you got any AR mags in there?"
You know what they'd hear?
Fuzz
Rack,
fork.
rack.
Go
Does
ahead,
that
Steve.
answer your question?
I mean, like
Fuzzfork said
my
80.
my AR, I didn't purchase it.
No, I know what you're saying.
I stole it.
Fuzzfork 8 said 87,000 IRS agents will get that tax off of Ohio.
Yeah.
87,000.
P-NASCAR says that must be the BB section. No
Hey,
shit,
P-NASCAR.
Pinascos, first of all, how the hell are you? And yeah, you're right. It is. So I did a little homework.
Susie says hi.
And do you know, other than the mag the clipazine restriction we have here in this, well, we have in Massachusetts. Do you know a lot of the mass, quote unquote mass compliant guns that I was just talking about? Do you know what a lot of them are? They're stupid. Like there's certain Berettas I can't have. Okay, you know why? Because one doesn't have a safety on it. One doesn't have
Trigger pull's too light.
trigger pull. And the trigger pull thing is stupid because you set it for 10 or whatever the hell. Yeah, I think it's 10 in Massachusetts, right? You set it for 10, and then you just fucking reset it back down to what you want. So it makes that's what I'm saying. It makes no sense to me. It's not like they don't sell adjustable. It's not like you're not allowed to buy a gun that has an adjustable trigger. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's silly, stupid things. Certain manufacturers have certain guns that they won't do a test for, states like mine and Connecticut and Rhode Island and California and,
Hey, can you own any air gun, or is there any restrictions there?
I can own any goddamn air gun I want.
Any air gun? Okay.
From a BB gun?
Fully auto. Just
To
saying.
You need to get the full auto DPMS.
Okay, but hey,
they're full auto Crossman AR.
It gets way better than that one. Way better. That's only a BB
I know,
gun.
but that one would start you out to have some fun.
They now have not now, but because they've already had it. They have a 35 caliber. No, 35 is 9mm, right? No, what's
Close,
9mm? Yeah, they have a 35 caliber air rifle, fully auto.
Nice.
A little bit bigger than a BB, right? I'm telling you, I don't want to jinx it, but I'll jinx it anyways. Buy a baseball bat, wrap it up with barbed wire, and give it its own name. Right on.
You know what? Air gun or not, there is nobody going through that hail of bullets to come at you.
Oh no!
Fully
Let me tell you
automatic.
something. Even if it wasn't fully automatic, they have the semis, right? They got semi-automatic 45s. I'm telling you, after you're hit with the second one, you're gonna think twice. If you don't have a, go ahead.
I want to turn dark for a second.
All right.
I want to shoot somebody with one of these.
Hang on. Let me put you on a, what do you call it?
Oh, cool.
Oh, there you go.
Are they tracers? Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Buddy,
cool.
you don't want to shoot nobody with that because it will cauterize the wound on the way through, and then they'll be good.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not leaking.
So, but here's
So
the
it's
thing.
not as deadly. So
Ohio, here's the thing I'm worried about.
What you said, because it doesn't show up on your.
The thing I'm worried about is that some jackass state like California, Massachusetts, fucking Jersey, somebody, right, is gonna say, these air guns are getting a little bit too powerful.
New York already has.
Oh, have they?
You can't even get those Orbeez, those guns that shoot the water-filled things.
We have a
Lisa does.
panel,
Those are illegal in New York.
We can't hunt. I can't hunt with an air arrow because they have these air guns. A couple of them have a couple of them have arrows you can shoot out of them.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't hunt with those here in Mass. All right. But
Can you have a spear gun?
What for
Yeah,
diving?
like underwater spear gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, he didn't say he couldn't possess it. He just said he couldn't hunt with it.
So, but
okay.
you got to remember these air guns, dude. I'm telling you, go on there and look. They sell a 72 caliber air gun. Dude, the fucking pellet is like this fucking big.
Yeah, no shit.
You can't tell me that you hit somebody in the fucking chest, they're not going down with the lights out.
Yeah, right. Wow.
They're coming out. They have these air guns that whatever. Obviously, it depends what grain of fucking what do you call it you got, right? And how high you have your thing up. But they're getting foot-pounds of energy. 400 foot-pounds of energy, 500 foot. Are you shitting me right now? Come on.
Did you see Dish's face when you started talking about how high your thing was up? I think her eyebrows lifted about an inch.
Yeah.
I have that effect on Dish.
G Trapper said he fished all day today and never caught a phone.
Where is he? I didn't even see him. Where is he?
Didn't you? Well, you were talking with Ohio.
How far up is he?
He's up a little ways.
G Trapper, how are you, my friend? Fished all
Hey,
day
Mikey.
today, never caught a phone. Hey, listen, thanks, G Trapper, buddy. Hey,
Hey,
G Trapper, one of these days you're gonna have to when I get a phone, it might be Thursday, it might be Friday.
There he is.
You see,
But
I
You'll
read
have
that.
to thing so we can text back and forth.
Oh.
I read what G Trapper said, and I thought he had a good day where no phone calls all day.
Oh.
Yes,
I didn't even
Joby,
get the
72
joke.
caliber is like a 20 gauge shotgun, absolutely.
hey, Mikey, real quick,
what's up?
not to derail the chat or anything, but
Well,
seriously,
do your best not to.
I'm just saying, this weekend we need to maybe. Well, your phone's at the bottom of the lake. Never mind. I was going to say I'll call you, and we need to talk about: are you coming to Cleveland for the Patriots game? Or should I? I mean, because I know we were serious about it at one point, but I want to make sure before.
And I still am, but I didn't work the summer. But listen to me. I can't discuss that on live TV right now. How's that sound?
Yeah. Okay. Well, call me. Send me
as soon as I
Facebook message or something when you get a phone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Back to regular scheduled program.
If I can work my ass off and get somebody off my ass, I'll be there.
Okay. Just let me know.
All right.
We'll figure it out.
Because I'm not even allowed to mail out 2 gifts that I owe, one for dish and one for fucking gunpowder.
Hey, inflation's a pain in the ass right now.
Inflation. Let me tell you something.
By the
about
way,
inflation.
Mike, I hand delivered the gift. I said I was going to.
Okay, so Steve, how long have you known me? Steve, I'm gonna do to you what I normally do to Jaywat when he brings up a certain city that I. It's not too far from me.
Oh, look.
Oh no! What? It's not a sideways one, Steve. This one's upside down. All right. So yes.
And actually, I would love to hand deliver the flashlight I promised Gunpowder Beauty. That probably won't happen.
There's gonna come a day.
Oh, where'd she go? She disappeared.
I know.
Yeah.
There's gonna come a day when I have to start out. I got to start way out to go see G Trapper, and then I'm gonna move my way back in again. And on the way home, I hit all you people.
You know what you ought to do? Wait till winter. You could get a dog sled team and a hot tent and kill like 3 birds with one loop.
Oh yeah, just go right across the lake.
No, I haven't, Jaywat. It's a very
Point A
sore
to B.
subject right now. Yeah, because I got to get. I'm not going to go all the way out there and not see Johnny and my woodsman. That's for damn skip be sure.
Right.
So.
Oh, we had lunch yesterday. It was real good.
Oh, nice. So you want to get your own chat? Okay. Shirley said they're breaking my balls. You're not even helping me here.
That's okay. Yesterday when I went into work, I stopped on my way in and got the Wendy's $4 bag, the 4 for $4.
Yeah.
The little cheeseburger, the fry, the 4 nuggets, and the drink.
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef? I walk in, sit down, and the lady that I work with, we had some dislikings of each other in the past, But for some reason, we have bonded over the past like 6 to 7 months.
There you go.
And now we're like really like
Tight.
joking around with each other and shit. And it's a pretty good relationship.
It's
But I
probably
walk-
that rash you both had with the bonding and all that.
I walk in and she's like, "Oh, you brought the Wendy's." She's like, "That sucks for you." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "You got to eat that shit." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Oh, lunch is here. There's a restaurant, like Italian place called Stancato's. They delivered a shit ton of food." And I'm like, "Motherfucker, I just wasted $4 on this shit." I almost just threw it away. But I ate it. And then I was like,
a gallon of gas.
well, here's the thing. I was at 2:00. I said, "Fuck it. I'm going to eat this sandwich at 2:00 and these fries and nuggets." And I went in at like 2:15, 2:20, and I made me a big old plate of fucking pasta and chicken and salad and rolls and shit from this restaurant. And I covered it with some cellophane. And I brought it in and I put it in my little refrigerator by my desk. And I said, "I'm going to eat that shit tonight about 9:00.
Nice.
Sure enough, I did.
So let me tell you what Mrs. Mikey did yesterday. She goes to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I
was out fishing, losing my phone, and then I met her at Camera Girls basketball game. She goes, "Hey, I got dinner." I said, "Well, oh, did you order out?" She says, "Oh, I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." She goes, "I got you a soda." I said, "Yeah, that's fine." She goes, "It ain't gonna be." I go, "Why it ain't gonna be? You ready for this one?" Anybody remember what a piss bag looks like, or a fucking giant IV bottle looks like in the fucking hospital?
Yeah.
You ready? It says KSC on it. Got the big red cap. It's in a plastic bag.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And I'm like,
Weird.
"Are you fucking? You expect me to pour my soda out of a fucking pee bag into a fucking cup of ice?"
Yep.
That's
Wow.
kind of cool, actually, though.
So I said to the wife,
Can you reuse it?
I said, "Yeah, you can put anything you want in it."
To
So you
it.
know what I said to the wife? She goes, "What?" She goes, "What are you gonna do?" I says, "I'm gonna keep it." She goes, "Why?" I says, "So when I go fucking, if I'm in a tent or something or whatever, I put that fucker right on." She goes, "No, put something else in there. Like you could fill that with fucking lemonade or something, bring it to the beach, put it on ice, bring it to the beach." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's just a bag. It's just, I don't know."
Hey, you need to tape it to your ankle and
Tape
hook you
it to
up
my
a little
ankle.
hose, and then you can use
Exactly.
it at the game.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's got a mouth on it too. The
In a
fucking hole.
backpack. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's a space saver if you put them in a backpack or something full of water.
Yeah.
Could you pin that thing to your seat so you can piss and go at the same time?
Oh, dude, I can do anything, especially when I'm driving. You kidding me? Dunkin' Donuts, large fucking cup.
Please don't hit a bump. Please don't hit a
Oh,
bump.
yeah. Trust me, I get to know the roads. I only do it on certain. You know what I mean?
Here comes that smooth spot.
I used to, every time we went camping, I'd stop and get like a big giant, the big Gatorade with the big wide open lid mouth on it. And my buddy's like, "Dude, you just kill Gatorade while you're out here." I'm like, "I just got to get rid of the first one." He's like, "Why's that?" I was like, "That way I got empty bottle to take with me in the tent." He's like, "Why?" I was like, "Because at 3:00 in the morning, when you fuckers are unzipping and walking out here in your fucking underwear and pissing next to a tree, I'm just rolling over and pissing into a bottle. I'll dump that shit out in the morning when I get out of my sleeping bag."
Damn, Skippy straight. Hey, listen.
Okay, note to Susie, if Ohio comes up here, he's sleeping in the shed.
If I come up, don't drink my Gatorade. That's the lesson you learn right there.
Man, I had some lemon Gatorade this morning. Was awesome.
I'm out with the wife. We're out with the wife when we're in my car. She usually does come in my car because my car's a piece of shit. And I said to her, I says, "Hey," she goes, "What?" I goes, "In the back seat behind you." She's like, "Yeah." I said, "There's a Dunkin' Donuts cup. Can you grab it for me?" She's like, "Yeah." She gives me a Dunkin' Donuts cup. Put the seat back. Put the seat back. Tilt the seat back. And I got shorts on, so that's fucking nice and easy, right? Just
yeah.
And she goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "Taking a piss." And she's like, "You couldn't pull over?" I go, no. And she goes, why don't you just pull over? I go, do you see any like trees around here? All I see is houses. She goes, no, I meant pull over like in a mobile station or something. I'm like, no. And she goes, why? I go, do you ever see those bathrooms in a mobile station? So she's like, what's wrong with you? I go, nothing. She goes, well, what are you going to do with it afterwards? I go, I'll put it in the thing, in the cup holder. I'll wait till I get off, or get on the highway or wait for a red light and just go blip, 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 right on the street. Oh, that's not right. That. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Jealousy. Pure jealousy.
She get mad at me. I'd be at work. She called me. What are you doing? This is taking a piss. What are you doing? And she's like, no, seriously, what are you doing? I said, no, I'm seriously taking a piss. What are you doing? Are you driving? I go, I'm driving. And she goes, what is wrong with you? I go, I feel as though there's nothing wrong with me because I'm saving time by not finding a bathroom.
Delete.
Wasting time.
Oh my God.
I go, it's just another reason why I get on my hands and knees every morning and thank Christ I'm not a woman.
Shalisa's the only gal I know that can write her name in the snow.
Right.
That's talent, brother. That is talent.
Oh, you know what? I gotta say, Shalisa, I like the pictures of the squirrels and the baby squirrels.
Thank you.
I can do the M and the I. The K is really hard in cursive. That's really hard to do. I get the M and the I, no problem. And then the K, I can't do the K cursive. It just doesn't work that way.
Oh, dude, I'm badass. I do it. I write my name in all caps.
Well, see, originally it was okay because usually it isn't really the P line you see, it's the fucking streak mark, but
Dude, I watched a video.
You put that mushroom head there, it's like,
He hates wintertime. And he's like getting all pissed off. I was like, why? He's like, because have you ever tried to take 3 inches of penis out of 6 inches of Carhartts to piss in the middle of the
blowing your thumb, it works. Dish can write her name in the snow with a shotgun.
That would be a badass video right there.
Right.
Yeah, if she'd make one.
You gotta wait for the snow to get here.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to know something.
Oh.
So I got to get back to the ponytail thing. So Jaywat's been on you to have a ponytail. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I encouraged it.
Shalisa encourages you to put a ponytail on tonight, and you do what Shalisa encourages you to do. So, Alicia, why don't you do me and Jaywat and everybody else on YouTube a favor?
It's all about the approach. I'm not doing any more favors.
Okay, well, hear me out before you say no there, young lady. Right? So, why don't you encourage her to do a fucking video? No, why would I?
I can't believe you wasted, Mike, you wasted
fucking women.
Elisa, she needs to know how good she would look in a tube top. That's what she needs.
Oh.
Remember those? I love those.
Tube tops.
Man, if I wore a top, man, it would be down to my belly button.
Tube top and some jumping jacks.
Let me tell you something. The guys I went to school with, not all of them, but a lot of them, would be arrested today for the shit we used to fucking pull in school with the girls with the tube tops. Be arrested.
Instantly, I see a tube
Arrested.
top, my finger gets a hook shape.
Yep. You get the hook.
I can't take it.
You know how you used to pants your buddies? Do you ever pants your buddy?
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Okay. They would pants the girls wearing the tube tops.
Wow.
And right down on the waist. Right?
You know what that is right now? If you pants somebody, you know
Yeah,
that
about 10 years.
it's
That's
a
what I
fucking
said.
felony. We just charged some kid with it the other day. They were playing football and they pantsed him like underwear and all, in front of a bunch of kids at like a playground.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. So
Not
yeah.
good.
I will wear tube tops and we'll go to Walmart to take our pictures. So
Blend right in.
The
Hell, you
shit that
wouldn't even have to get out of your moo-moo in the morning.
get
the
some
shit that some of these guys did, I'm surprised they're not. I mean, they'd be in jail today because, and some of the girls are like, you know, they didn't even care. They just fucking put it back up again. You know, some of them did one of these and all that. Some of them turned around and laid them out. You know, oh, it was the best. I seen one girl she hit a kid right here. Nobody thought he was getting up. Freaking blood just went everywhere. It was amazing.
Got what he deserved.
You
Oh,
know,
absolutely.
I'm sitting here realizing
Oh,
they can come. I don't give a shit about the magazines and shit, man. I don't need more than 10. Oh, I got 7.
Matt, what's up?
1911, and I'm just gonna fud it out. I'm gonna just start carrying 1911 everywhere. There's no reason to have a 10-round magazine. You only need 7 and 45.
yeah, right. I just seen that video of the cop using like 2.5 mags, and he hit the guy one time in the throat.
Good grief.
more.
Jesus, the 80-year-old did better than that. He shot the guy in the fucking arm. One shot.
Right.
I seen an interview with him, right?
Fuck it, I'm not even gonna carry the 1911. I'm gonna go old school and just buy a revolver.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Leave no trace behind.
Not even a full size. I'm gonna buy a little snub nose that only holds 5 rounds.
You know, they make them the whole 4 now.
Hey,
I'm
that's
going
cool.
to 4 then.
That's
It's
cool.
worth it. Listen, if we can just save one child, it's all worth it, right?
Hey, you can be mass compliant.
If we can stop some gun crime.
Yeah, just what we need.
Sarcasm. Heavy on the sarcasm.
No, I'm serious, man. We need to stop some gun crime, though.
You want to stop? You want to stop?
Jails.
You want to stop gun crime?
Yeah, make it illegal for Democrats to have guns.
Nah, it's not even a political thing, right?
That would reduce gun crime by like 98%.
You want to reduce gun crime? Instead of letting all the fucking drugs around here fucking filter through your streets, right? Why aren't the drug laws stricter than the gun laws? Right? And raid these fucking people, take their guns, and then find out where they got them.
Hey, how about this?
I tell you what, instead of getting
out,
just say instead of getting 15 years, you're gonna do 9, right? You're gonna do 9 years. Who sold you the gun? And then just keep going up the line. Somebody is somewhere with a fucking.
Listen, Mike, we can't do that because people like me will end up in jail.
Yeah, well, hey. I carry a flare gun, Snowzoo said.
You know how many guns I've sold that probably got bodies on them?
You know, Matt says I'm
what
going
I
to give
do.
up all
I
my
drive
guns.
across the border. I buy a bunch of cheap guns and I bring them back to Cleveland and I sell them out of the trunk of my car.
With no serial numbers. That's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, I know, Matt. If you ban drugs.
You think the ATF and FBI is listening to this chat tonight?
I think some.
I don't even care
probably
anymore.
came on.
You know what? I don't even. It doesn't even bother me anymore. I don't. It's getting to a point now that I guess I'm giving up. I'm just done with it all. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I'm just done.
You know, everyone talks about like, you know, police reform and bail reform and you know, justice reform and all that. It's like it sounds like a conspiracy theory that I'm about to say, and it might be. Call me crazy.
Oh, we will.
But it's almost like it's almost like the government and the judges and stuff are releasing these people that are committing major crimes back on the streets, like immediately, just so they can commit more crime to keep people into fear. Because when people are in fear, they turn to the government for protection, and they get more government control. Does that sound like a conspiracy theory? Does that sound like something that might be possible?
That sounds like you just rolled over in bed and finally turned on the light.
Sounds like you're going on an airplane. You have to fucking go through an X-ray machine to make sure you're not hiding nothing up your ass.
I'm sick of seeing. Dude, did you see
It is
that
what
guy
it
in
is.
New York? He just got out of fucking prison.
To perpetuate the agenda.
He just got out of the prison for like raping little kids. He's out like 2 days, and then he like hits somebody, like just out of nowhere, just sucker punches them. And the guy's in a coma in the hospital, and they had to like do an operation to relieve the pressure off his brain. They charged him with attempted murder, but then the prosecution dropped it to like a assault 3 or something like that, and then let him out the same day. So what happens if this guy dies? Because he's still in a coma.
They need to follow suit like our great guy in Florida who just gave his prosecutor the boot.
The boot.
For doing what?
Because they refused to prosecute the actual law.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nice to see somebody actually take action against a soft prosecutor.
See, the problem is when society dictates the laws, that's where you're fucked in the
right. Mob rules.
Mob rules. It's you know, and you know what? Look, to people who've never picked up a gun in their life, who think they're the most dangerous thing on the face of the planet, and everything like that, to see all these school shootings and everything else, I could get why they feel the way they feel. However, my thing is that learn a little bit first. Learn a little bit about the Second Amendment, or a lot of bit about the Second Amendment, but then learn that it's not, you know, your everyday Joe, you know, citizen. You know, learn that when they say, you know, let's say they say 20,000 people have died from gun violence this year. Well, they're not telling you that 10,000 of those fucking people were in fucking gangs, and in my opinion, don't fucking count. Okay, and then they're not telling you 4,000, 5,000 people shot themselves in the head, or whatever.
Was, you know,
they don't tell you all this shit.
And then the last
I just found out police shootings are in that number also.
There you go. So,
and then the last 1,000 are like negligent discharges and shit. You know?
Now, do you have your guys that do you have guys hunting, fucking shooting? Yeah, you do. They're idiots, but they're in there too. Okay, you have them all. That's the problem. Is that they lump everything into a gun owner.
Shalisa, snap out of it. You're sniffing your fatwood in public.
She's making fatwood.
Let me tell you something. If I could sniff my fatwood in public, I'd never leave my house. You're making movies, kid. But you know, and you know what it stems from? It's education. Okay, if people would educate themselves on it, they'll see that, first of all, the gun's not dangerous. The gun's only I'll leave a fucking gun on my kitchen table loaded. The gun's not dangerous.
Nope, don't stand up and work itself.
You know, people don't understand this. Oh, they look scary because you know you're on fucking Hollywood, you're watching a movie, but that looks scary. Okay, it looks scary, big deal.
It's supposed to look scary. That stops you from playing with it like it's a toy. That lets
You
people
know?
know you mean business when that comes out.
Around them, and it just scares the hell out of them.
I just had to explain to somebody, and I says, by the way, guys, I says, don't listen to me because it's not like I'm some fucking gun expert, you know. I said, but not for nothing. I go, that 30-30 and the 12 gauge and the yeah. I go, those are guns too. Well, yeah, but they're not like. I go, okay. I go on Google. Yeah. I says, look up a 12 gauge. Look up a 30. What kind of ammo you can put in a 30-30. Yep. I says, and then go look up a 223 or a 5.56 round that goes in an AR. I know there's more calibers that you can put in an AR. I get that, but I'm just, isn't 223 and 5.56 your most common? Am I right?
Yeah.
And they did that, and they're like, "Oh well," I says, "Yeah, oh well." When you don't realize what you're, I go.
The only thing that scares me about that, they'll say, "Well, good, we need to ban 12 gauges too."
Yeah, well,
there's that group.
And it's like,
Many have.
I go, and then what usually gets them is I'll say to them, I'll say, hey, listen, two issues you're having. When you're talking about guns and the Second Amendment and all that, all right, and you're talking about people owning guns and carrying guns and all that, they're like, yeah. And you guys thinking that, you shouldn't be able to do this, shouldn't be able to do that. And they're like, yeah. I said, well, just do yourself a favor. Do this. Think of this. Because not everybody lives in a city where there's a fucking cop going to be at my house in a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Some people live in rural places in the United States. Okay? I go, just think of this for a minute. You're at work, your wife's at home with the kids. 2 people break in the house, 1 person, but you can whatever number of people you want breaking your house. Let's just say 1. Well, guess what? Well, now he gets nervous, right? Now he doesn't know what to do. Now he's holding your wife at gunpoint, and guess what? Now he's raping the shit out of her. What's she gonna do?
Yep.
She's got a knife for a gun. She's got a knife for a gun to her head. Okay. You gonna reach for the phone and call 911? Oh, okay. Do that. Okay. Well, you don't have to go that far. I goes, why? Because they're gonna.
Yeah.
I goes, I tell you what, you don't want to go that far? Good. I said, here's what I'll do instead. I go, you want me to pick on the guys now? She says, yeah, pick on a guy. This is good. I'll pick on a guy. I go, you ready? Yeah. I'm going to punch you in the face for 5 straight minutes until the fucking cop gets here. Well, I go, what? So you should take a beating for 5 minutes until the cop gets there. Because you're going to call them. You're not going to, because you don't want to own a gun and protect yourself. You want to call the cops. Well, do that. Now, if it takes the cops 5 minutes to get there, I want to be able to punch you in the face for 5 minutes straight. And then they just look at me. They're like, you're out of your mind. I said, I'm out of my mind? I go, really? Okay. I had to call 911 a few weeks ago, but I couldn't remember.
I got a second-hand experience for just that scenario. My stepdaughter's father was getting the living shit kicked out of him to the point where a friend of his recovered the video from the parking lot camera and swore to never show it to his daughter. It was that severe. They left. He was crawling for the door. They came back. The whole time he's dialing 911. The whole time. And they came back, took everything in his apartment, took his vehicle, kicked and beat him to the point where he should have been dead. He had a pacemaker, kept him alive, laying on his floor, bleeding out. Cops were called multitude of times in the city in Detroit, bad area, cops never showed. Never showed.
That's
His
terrible.
friend found him.
Matt said, I just taught a beginner's rifle class last weekend, and some of the people were shocked to see how much bigger a 308 was compared to a 5.56 round.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly, Matt.
Is that RTT out there? I don't have the outside chat.
Photo.
What's that, brother?
And that's, it's just, and that comes under education, though. I mean, if you're curious about, you know, like Matt's teaching the class, you know what I'm saying? And so Matt's educating these people that maybe not have ever, maybe, like I said, maybe never having, they might have saw a gun, their friend might have a gun, but they never used one. They never, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the bad thing is
It's
there's way
education.
too many people out there either not curious enough or too lazy to go look it up for themselves.
Well,
they take the spoken word to heart.
Exactly, and they're taking the spoken word of fucking
ding-dongs.
Yeah, CNN that guns are dangerous and guns are this and guns are that. Gun, you know, yeah, is a gun dangerous? Yeah, as soon as some jackass picks it up.
I watched a little
and
bit
points
of
it
CNN.
around and does stupid things with it. Then it's dangerous.
Yeah. Again, a probably uneducated person.
Exactly. You know, I mean, for Christ's sake, when I get the girls shooting my pellet gun, right? Whether it's that the new one I bought there, the handgun or the pellet rifle. First thing I fucking taught them when they were fucking, I don't know, 7 or 8. I'm like, guys, you see the end of this? See the end of this gun? Yep. It only points that way. Do you understand? Yep. The wife made me go out and buy safety glasses for them, so I made them wear their safety glasses. Except when she wasn't home, I didn't make them wear them. But you know,
yep,
it's stuff like that. That's why for all those years I wanted to get a 17 HMR, because there's no recoil. So fine, I have to give them earmuffs instead. Big deal. But you know what I mean? But anytime, like my brothers had them shooting up here and everything, and they even said to my brother, you know, they'd shoot, they'd put the gun on the table, and they'd step back from the table, and my brother just shake his head and goes, "Oh, you sure had a gun with your father, huh?" But it's just little things like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I don't know. I'll never understand. If I don't know why it's stuck in my brain that if people would just, I don't care, sit at home, look it up on Google for all I give a fuck, but learn about it before you fucking piss and moan about it and say it's dangerous and it's, you know,
right,
killing people and everything else. You know, it's like these fucking jackasses with Sandy Hook. Oh, look, he walked in it. No, he did not walk into a fucking gun store. I said, technically he did, but he was denied a fucking gun. So guess what? Connecticut's fucking gun law worked. So you don't need to make him stronger. It worked. He went home and took one out of his mother's fucking arsenal. Actually, took more than one. But, you know.
Yeah, well, he committed murder. Get those. He killed his mom.
Don't blame the mother, right? Don't blame the mother for having a kid that was a little bit loopy, right? And I'm not making fun of the kid, but Jesus Christ, I've said this 9 million times.
Speaking of agenda, don't you think it's kind of strange that mysteriously all these kids that end up shooting up the school, the cops always say, "Oh yeah, we've been watching him or her."
Yeah.
Don't you find that kind of curious?
Well,
even if it was on a list, but we didn't do nothing.
Even if there's truth to it, right? Even if somebody said, you know, I saw this guy on Facebook and he's real, You know, he's a real chowderhead, blah, 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 blah. He's showing, they're doing this, doing that. And if the cops do watch him, well, that's fine. Well, watch him. But instead of watching him, if he's doing something, first time he does something illegal prior to, you know, pulling off a school shooting or whatever, or mass type shooting, right? Nip it in the bud then. You know, it's like, Matt, I'm going to read that in a minute. Nip it in the bud then, right? So the mother from Sandy Hook, okay, if she nipped it in the bud and said to herself, you know what? My son's got some mental issues, which is, it happens, right? I'm not poking fun, all right?
Maybe
instead of taking him to the range and teaching him all about shit like that, first of all, that's your first mistake. Second of all, maybe I shouldn't have any guns in my house. Maybe I should go
lock them up properly with a cable and a, you know.
Maybe I should go put him in a friend's house somewhere where he can't get them.
Well,
and guess what? Sandy Hook doesn't. Sandy Hook might have happened.
He had access.
It just wouldn't happen that day. Hang on, give me 1 sec. So Matt wrote, when I teach beginner classes, part of the curriculum is various statistics about attacks and defensive uses. I tell them that as they decide to not buy a gun, at least they're informed. Absolutely, Matt. Absolutely.
You know, the one mother of a child who shot up the school was actually begging the law enforcement to do something with her child. That she couldn't control him anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that. Too many.
But I just find it odd that all these tough guys that walk into a school with whatever they got, AI, hand pistol, whatever they got, right? You want to be tough? Walk into a police station and try that shit.
Shit, there was a guy that did do that. Did you see that video?
No. Are you serious? Some jackass walked into an armed police department.
Yeah. And
what
he
a
had
fucking
a hell of
idiot.
a shootout with him.
How do you make out?
I'm not totally sure, dude, because
is he pushing daisies?
On it, because he had a friend that was in jail or something. They arrested his friend, so he showed up like he was going to post bail or something, and they were talking to him like, you know, okay, yeah, his bond's this, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden, man, out of the blue, he just reaches in his, you know, waistband, pulls out a gun, starts firing at the cops behind the counter.
See, now
he must have just got done watching the Terminator or something.
Yeah, no.
See, we can't I don't know about any other town, but in Dracut, and I'm pretty sure in Wilmington too, you can only be in the foyer or the hallway, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I think this was a kind of
you can't walk through any closed door, you know, like any door they let you through with a weapon.
Yeah, this was like they had like a counter or something, you know.
Oh, really? Oh, so it's one of the old style walk-in, the ones I grew up with. Yeah. I miss those police stations instead of talking through fucking 4 inches of glass and a little slat this big. You know what I mean? They were good back then, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Did you go ride your boogie board for a minute there, Dish?
Yeah,
you know,
I needed something to drink.
You know, like on Chicago PD or what was the other old one?
Oh, yeah,
way back in the 80s, in the late 70s and 80s. What was that?
Yeah,
what was that?
Sergeant at the desk.
Yeah, Michael Conrad. What was his name? Stevie, you just said it. Did you say Hill Street Blues? You know, that's how they should be. Those are the, you know what I mean?
You know what my favorite cop show was for so many years?
NYPD Blue.
Oh,
No, man. Fucking Barney Miller. That was the shit.
Yeah. But you got to remember, a lot of those cop shops were based out of New York, so they're probably on the 10th floor. So there's a lot of doors you got to go through to get to that spot.
I my favorite cop show of all time was on FX was The Shield.
The Shield was great show.
Fucking Vic Mackey, baby.
Michael Chiklis. He's from the city Right beside my home, right beside where I live right now.
Is that the crying guy? Yeah. Well,
He used to play the commish.
you got
Remember the TV show, The Commish? The guy used to always forget his pen everywhere and blah blah blah. He's bald. It was based out, but the Shield was based out of Baltimore, right? Am I right on that?
L.A. wasn't it? I think the Shield was L.A.
Was the Shield LA?
Yeah.
My Wolverine favorite cop show was Reno 911.
Reno 911. Yeah.
Love them shorts. Ohio's got a pair of them shorts.
So that's what I used to wear, man.
Yep, he wore them when I was down there.
Lieutenant Dangle, baby.
Lieutenant Dangle. My all-time favorite cop show, though, growing up, was Adam 12.
One Adam 12. See the man.
When I was a kid, I loved SWAT. Remember SWAT?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, when I was a kid, I thought that every fucking UPS truck was a SWAT team.
The SWAT team. You had SWAT, then you had the rookies.
Yeah, the rookies.
The rookies had that chick on there too. I don't think she was a cop, but she was like always in it.
What about TJ Hooker? Now that
TJ Hooker, there you go. When they let girls be cops and they had the hottest blonde, they had the hottest blonde in America being a cop.
Yeah, fucking Heather Locklear.
That it wasn't Angie Dickinson, you know what I mean?
No.
Police woman, Angie Dickinson, yeah.
Yeah.
I had her doll when I was a kid, little action
really?
figure chick. Yeah.
21 Jump Street. Hello.
Yeah,
Matt.
no shit.
That's a good one.
The 18.
What about Adam 12? Flan, I was saying Adam 12 because it was like when I was a kid. I used to watch it religiously. The 18. 18 was good.
Cagney and Lacey, now you're talking.
Oh,
That's a Cagney and Lace you or Gag Me and Lace Me?
Oh my God.
Charlie's Angels.
Is that a name of a porn? If not, they need to make that shit.
Right?
I'm gonna make that a T-shirt.
Susie just said Charlie's Angels was the best.
Charlie's
That's
Angels
the
was good.
truth.
Yeah, Charlie's Angels. It was good.
Starsky and Hutch was a great show.
Huggy Bear.
Huggy Bear. Yep. Huggy Bear, the only good guy, looked like a pimp.
Oh,
Right.
wait. Best
Whoa.
show ever. The best cop show ever was Cop Rock. Remember that shit?
I do
Oh
not.
Lord.
I do not.
I think it made like one episode and it got
think
laughed
so.
off the air.
Police
They made,
Academy.
ABC made a huge deal about it. Cop Rock. The best next thing, since it's NYPD Blue, blah blah blah. And it was like everyone was so excited this fucking show come out, and it's like a musical or whatever, and the cops are dancing around the locker room singing and shit. And it's like,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
that lasted like one episode and it got canceled.
Now my favorite cop show is Chicago PD.
Wasn't 21 Jump Street like had to have been like the first of its kind? With the
21
techniques and all
Jump
that
Street
stuff?
is a very old fucking TV show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
it's where they were all undercover in high school and shit because they looked so young.
Yeah.
Matt's showing his age on that one.
Well, the mod squad or something, they weren't
Oh
cops.
my God, the Mod Squad.
That's what
Were they
Flan
cops?
said.
Hey, what's up?
Mod Squad, yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Police Academy. Remember the guy that used to make all the fucking noises?
Yeah.
Have
Have a good night,
Flan.
Mom.
Michael
Good night,
Winslow.
Yeah, Michael Winslow, yeah.
And I'm going to try to have a chat tomorrow, Flan.
You said you're not going to try, or you are going to try?
I am going to try. I was too pooped this week, man.
Yeah, and I didn't read his text either. Because he texted me and said, if you're gonna have one, I'm not having one if you want to. But I read it like Sunday morning.
He read it like Sunday morning.
Morning. That's why I keep trying to tell my wife, I'm easy like a Sunday morning, honey. And she goes, oh yeah. She says Sunday morning after a hard night drinking.
Hold the bucket. I got to puke.
You know, the good old days.
Easy
The good
legs.
old days. So, Ohio, did you see that the inflation's going to go down now?
Yeah, right.
There's not going to be any more
Yep.
inflation.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
Well, I
more
mean, the
tax.
closer we get,
just-
to November and the voting, here's my prediction: gas will be under $2 by November.
Yeah, but I bet you it jumps to 5 right after if somebody wins.
Easy like a hook on a nickel night, right?
Everything will be okay right before November 8th, and then we'll go to shit again.
I was watching my wife gets mad at me, right? Because, you know, how he has that stuttering problem. And I said, he's signing the inflation thing into fucking, right? And I go, oh, you know what the best part about that is, hon? She goes, what? I goes, 3 minutes after he signs that, he's not going to fucking even know what the fuck he just signed. And she's like, you're so fucking rotten. And I'm like, is it true or false?
Did you guys hear about the millions and millions of cases of fraud from handing out the COVID money
Oh
to
yeah.
businesses unchecked?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Wait,
when you say fraud, do you mean that if a company, because like I know at XPO they gave you 48 hours of COVID time, not PTO time, COVID time, right?
No, fraud is in people making up fake companies, say they have 28 employees and keeping all the checks that came in the mail.
Oh,
that kind of fraud.
Okay.
Wow.
And
yeah, because they were just not checking into it. They just handed them out.
And there has been reports of certain celebrities like Reese Witherspoon and other top name celebrities collected COVID like stimulus stuff or whatever because because they claimed that since there was a shutdown and they couldn't make movies and stuff like that, that was their their $1 million deals or whatever that they make, but they take taxpayer money to survive during COVID.
So when they were handing out all those checks, right? Wasn't that supposed to be if your combined salary? Because my wife and I, we file together, obviously. So I thought it was if your combined salary didn't equal $100,000, you got all that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what about the people that made over $100,000 that got that money too?
They got money, but they didn't get as much.
Should I open my mouth? Should I open my mouth and be like, hey, you want this back?
Like my brother-in-law and sister-in-law,
Because
they got like $300.
Well, dude, I'm like, I said to my wife, says, we got a check in the mail today. I go, from who? I says, never look a gift horse in her mouth. I go, from who? She was the government. I says, the government? She says, yeah. And then I forget afterwards, however many kids you had or how many dependents you had, you got like $500 more for each one.
Which I think was deserving if you couldn't work.
So I think I got more money from COVID than I would have made if I worked the 3 weeks they kicked me out for COVID.
Here's the thing, though, man. They give these stimulus out. $1,400, $600, $300, whatever they were. We got 3 different ones, didn't we? Or 2 different ones. We got 2 stimuluses or 3. I can't remember.
I got 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
But here's the thing, Ohio. Between the wife and I, we make over $100,000 a year.
Well, good for you, but But here's the thing: now you're paying for it with inflation and gas prices and
Yep.
taxes. and shit. You know.
Well, no. Well,
Yep.
here's the thing.
You
Here's
don't
the
think
thing.
that money was free, do you?
Inflation, yes. Inflation, you're playing with, yes, right. But here's the thing: if one more person tells me the gas prices are because of this and that, okay, the main reason the gas prices are as high as they are is what reason? You ready? It begins with a G and ends in a D. That would be greed. The
Well,
fucking oil.
how come?
The oil companies are saying.
Explain this
The
to me. Hang
oil
on,
companies
Mike.
are giving you the biggest middle finger.
Hang on.
It's greed.
Explain this to me. When we say these gas prices are fucking ridiculous, Joe Biden is killing this country, and everyone says the president has nothing to do with gas prices. But the minute the gas price
said
fucking
that?
drops $2, that's because
Yeah,
Joe
he looks
Biden
like
did
a
it.
fucking god. I know. He can push his weight and get them back to what were
We
they
know,
when
we know
listen,
they can push their weight.
anytime there's a presidential change, it goes up 5-10 cents. I looked at it.
Yeah, but the thing is, we know
From
they
way
can push
back.
weight because Trump pushed his weight and he got it down to under $2 a gallon after Obama.
Correct. All I'm
But
saying
he didn't get credit for it, at least not by them.
You can't do that.
Obama got credit for it because Trump took over Obama's economy.
Man.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
that's shit, you know.
But so they fluctuate in January when there's a new president, and that's fine. 5-10 cents, whatever. But like Ohio just said, but here's the thing: there isn't one reason why those gas prices aren't at, like, let's say $2.40 a gallon, $2.50 a gallon.
Well, yeah, there is. They're trying to save the country's debt by jamming it down our throat with the gas prices. And, giving away our stockpiles to other countries and making money doing that too.
Yeah, well,
Was it China?
I think it's more greed than anything else. Sorry. Until somebody can prove me different.
Did anybody bring up Pelosi going to China to give them secrets personally?
Well, I asked that last week or the week before. I said,
China
why?
or Taiwan?
I said, why is it okay? I said, and I think I made a Facebook post. I may not have. Anyways, my question was that Trump takes a congratulatory phone call from the president of Taiwan, and the fucking world's going to end.
On tape.
Okay.
And recorded.
And then Bitchy Boo gets on her broom, flies over there, right? And she's the fucking savior.
Yeah.
So I want to know, because people forget. Right now, I'm driving my relatives that are all Democrats up the wazoo, driving them crazy because they don't have an answer for me. I says, hey guys, remember when Trump took that congratulatory phone call from the president of Taiwan? The place went fucking nuts. They're like, yeah, no sitting president. Da 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 da. I said, well, first of all, he wasn't a sitting president; he was president elect. But I says, but anyways, I go, not for nothing. Remember how everybody was up in arms? Yeah. Well, don't you think they should have been? He's not supposed to be talking to him. I said, okay, whatever. I agree. Should have been talking to him. You ready? Yeah. Why is Pelosi over there?
Well.
How come a president-elect can't accept a phone call, but yet the drunkest douche we have in this country can get on her broom, fly over there, and everything's hunky-dory. She's the best thing since fucking sliced bread.
Yeah. And by the way, took passengers with her for, a little vacation too while she was there.
And here's the funny part. Nobody has an answer.
Mm.
Oil prices are why can I not pronounce that word ever?
Speculative.
Thank you. Speculative. When regulations go up and production goes down, the prices go up. Oil isn't priced for what it is, but for what it might be based on how much will be available. But yeah, they're speculative. So He also didn't need to buy the millions of barrels that he bought.
It's all crap.
What's he buying? What was he buying? Venezuela and who? Was it Venezuela? I just saw it on the fucking thing.
What? Oil? Iran and Venezuela?
No, Iran and was it Venezuela?
Yeah, it's Venezuela.
Yeah.
If you ever buy Citgo gas, that's Venezuelan gas.
Pelosi went over there to get info and get assurances before finalizing her investments. Probably.
And I ran.
Probably.
Ran so far.
I mean, because everything's made in Taiwan anyways, right? It's either Taiwan or China. China.
China.
I sent Dish a picture of a street named China. It's China's fault.
I don't know. I just get upset when it's
the stupidity of. I watched a video from CNN today, an interview with this highfalutin hotshot, and they were talking about Trump and the papers and all that crap. And the guy, it was cracking me up. The guy's saying, "Well, it makes no difference if they raid his house and take the papers because he probably made photocopies of everything, and he's going to give our secrets away, and he's probably giving out the nuclear codes." It's like, what?
Yeah.
You don't think they change them nuclear codes like daily, weekly, monthly? At least when the president leaves office. Oh, it was funny. Hilarious.
Getting Venezuela oil for many years. I knew that. I used to work for the Venezuela oil refinery, which was a marriage between Hess Oil and Venezuela. Yeah. Yeah. Good old Hess family. Mikey, she wanted insurances for manufacturers for computer chips. No doubt. Listen, you
do that on the phone. Why'd she have to go there? Wink, wink, so she could get her part of the company?
My thing is that if you're going to shit on one when one does something,
who's that guy? Was that Cheney?
Then you need to shit on the next person that does the same thing. And I don't give a shit what's next to their name, a D or an I. Doesn't really bother me. Or an I, or a U, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You know?
They're all crooked. I just seen another. Was Cheney vice president? Was it back in the Bush days?
Yeah, he was Bush's. He was Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
He's the one that got didn't he get shot fucking hunting or something?
No, he shot somebody.
He shot
somebody hunting.
Do you know during the first war where we went to the Middle East, he made $44 million because he invested in Halliburton, which was supplying the war and stuff, basically.
Oh yeah.
And he's pointing fingers because he's mad because his daughter didn't win.
That's hilarious that she got her ass beat. Dude, they
$44 million on this little side gig.
They called that race exactly 7 minutes after the polls closed.
Yeah,
usually how they wait all night long and drag them out.
The hanging chads and all that stuff in Florida.
Yeah, this shit got called like 7 minutes. Polls closed at 7 o'clock, 7:07. You know, NBC and CBS, all them places. We predict the winner of blah blah blah. You know, if you lost like 72 to 28% or some shit like that.
Listen, here's my thing too. I mean, it's I said this last week when he did stupid shit. I shook my head and said, "You're an idiot."
Mm-hmm.
Didn't matter, I said last week, get the fuck off of Twitter, and for the most part, don't fucking, I think, I don't know, Matt's the Arizona guy. Maybe he can help us out. Matt, I feel as if he never said it to begin with, number one, And then number two, B, or whatever you want to call it, if he, as soon as he said it or the next day or whatever, apologized for what he said about McCain, that he might have won fucking Arizona. I don't know how the people out in Arizona felt, but
I thought Trump did win Arizona.
no, he lost Arizona.
He did at the end, I thought.
I thought he lost Arizona. I could have sworn he lost Arizona.
I don't know, but those fucks out in Arizona are voting for that Mark Kelly still. He's winning the polls right now. He's a fucking gun grabber.
Everybody's
There's
trying to
little words of wisdom my dad taught me when I was
Donald
young.
Trump lost the 2020 election to Joe Biden, Arizona's most populous county. Arizona State. Whoops.
Not all Democrats are gun grabbers, but all gun grabbers have been Democrats.
Right.
And Trump.
And a few rhinos. Would you get off the Trump thing? He didn't grab nobody's guns. He was shooting ideas out, just like that. Well, maybe we could put bleach into your veins.
Well, first we take the guns, then the due process. That means a lot to me, man. And the bump stock.
Yeah. Did he write any bills on that, like the Democrats do?
People here, at least.
No, what he did was he had the Department of Justice
and Trump supposedly
rewrite the law.
Thank you.
For the ATF to make bump stops illegal after they were already voted on by Congress to make them legal. So.
Well, they had to make them legal so that one guy could use them to make them illegal.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying it's you gotta hold them accountable for everything they do.
Yeah, and it was a gun stock, not a firearm or a magazine or anything important. It was a toy.
So I looked up on. I googled. It
was a piece of plastic that was private property that somebody owned that it turned you into a felon. Come on, man.
I understand your point. Yes.
I googled the 2020 presidential election, right, for the electoral votes, and it says here that Biden won Arizona. He won Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, California, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington. Everything else around there was red. He won Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, Georgia, Virginia, and then the whole Northeast from fucking Delaware on up into fucking Maine.
That's good. We fucking deserve it. We deserve $9 fucking gas and $12 fucking chicken nuggets. That's what we deserve as a country. We do. We fucking deserve everything that happens.
You're just saying that because you bought an electric car, you rich bastard.
I didn't buy an electric car.
He needed $270 to win. He got $303.
I looked at them, but the fucking things are $63,000
plus the plug-in fee.
Yeah, so I did buy. Actually, I bought fucking 2 new cars. That's hurting me. Especially, I mean, and it's like,
he won Hawaii.
We had no choice. We had to do something, but it's like now's the worst time ever to buy a fucking car, But I had to.
Wow, we're up to Massachusetts up to 11 fucking electoral votes. Wow. Wow. Not too bad for a shitty little town state. We've got more than Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine.
Yeah, my kid's birthing person needed a new vehicle to get her to work.
Right.
I don't want to miss like represent her and call her a mother or something like that. Or Or oh, did I say her? I mean, they them.
They, them.
Gotta get the pronouns right.
Right.
Bump stock ban. Take them first and worry about due process later. And I'll sign a silencer ban. That's all Trump. Yeah, he's, I wanted to go back to this one.
Said it, never acted on it, except for the bumpy stocks.
Mikey knows you speak face to face on serious matters, like when he was with the Hill Gang. Mikey, don't be telling people I was with the Hill Gang. Come on now. They just found, we talked about Whitey last week or the week before, right? And guess what? They just found he's been dead 4 years.
Right.
4 years.
Yeah.
4 years. He died in jail. Okay. Well, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. He got murdered in jail. Okay. And you know what? After 4 years, guess what? Because you know how we're in jails and they don't have any cameras in the jails. There's no cameras.
They charged somebody, didn't they?
3 people are charged with Whitey Bulge's murder. Well, first of all, you're telling me it took you 4 fucking years to figure it out? Stop.
Well, they ain't figured out Epstein yet, and they found the wire around it.
That reminds me, we were talking about cop shows or whatever, and I got to go back and say one of my favorite cop shows, and I don't know why they took it off the air. It just like ended abruptly or something. It was called like Watertown Siege or something like that. It was on the news. It was on every night for like 3 nights straight, and then they took it off the air.
Really?
Go for it.
Really?
Share.
Is Jaywat out there?
Listen, if
no, he's over in another chat.
If I do come out to Ohio in October, remind me the first thing to do is just to fucking hit you right in the fucking chin. See how knows it? Just saying, dude. He was. It's not that I know everything about him. It's just he was a fucking. He wasn't a mafia guy because he wasn't Italian.
Well, but, Mike, everybody needs their heroes.
I don't see how Whitey Bulger wasn't my hero. He was a snitch.
He was a fucking informant.
Snitches get stitches.
Right.
But he was, and by the way, he was an Irish informant. And he was Irish. That's why he wasn't a mafia guy. He was a gangster, but he wasn't a mafia guy.
Them fucking mix, man. Let me tell you.
You know,
it's kind of out of character.
But hey, it is what it is.
Well, y'all, I'm sorry to say I'm gonna have to drag Susie out back, and
you can't say that on live TV. Don't
like a lame horse, because she came up lame in one leg. So
Poor
Susie. She's over there giggling. You can hear her giggling.
You will survive.
See, Mikey's the only guy I know who went from the Westies to Winter Hill. So apparently they're Ohio.
Then you better straight.
Jaywat didn't hear a word you said.
Feed the chickens.
Oh, that's fine. It's okay.
Because he would have been all over that.
I don't want to say it again. We'll just bring it up some other time.
Hey,
get you off guard.
He would have been all over that.
Like white on rice.
Like white on ice.
Like think on shit.
Here comes the
dude. Let me tell you, okay, a lot of my family's down in West Virginia, and my cousin's husband, he's a truck driver, right? And he usually hauls coal and stuff, but every once in a while he'll get a job and go out of state and do like over the road shit.
Yep.
And he's got one of them hillbilly voices, and he's like, "Hey man," that's the way he talks. He's like, "Let me tell you a story, man." You know, he's hilarious, but he's like, "Oh man, I was up in your area one time, up all the way up in there around Canton, Akron, or whatever." And I said, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I went to this like fertilizer place,
and he said, and they had like mulch and all kinds of stuff and gravel and fertilizer, and it was like some big like plant thing. And he's like, I got there like at 5 a.m, and I was supposed to load it like 7. And he says, so I'm back into one of the parking spots, and the security guard tells me, somebody will be in at like about 6:30 or whatever. And he's like, all right. He's like, I'm just going to stretch my legs anyway. So he's like walking around just like, out in the parking lot. And they got these, I know you've seen them, like these open bays that have like mulch and gravel and stuff in them, like the concrete walls.
Yep.
And he said, I walked up to this one, and it was like the weirdest looking like yellow dirt. And he's like, it was weird. It was like almost like sand, but it crumbled and then it held itself together. He's like almost like that moon sand shit that you see, like the kids' toy stuff. Like he was like, it was the weirdest shit. He's like, and I'm playing with it. And the security guard comes running over and he's like, hey man, put that shit down. He's like, oh, he's like, that's some weird dirt. And he's like, no man, that's shit. He's like, it's like shit from like the hospitals, like where they had the chemicals on it. So it was like, yeah, it's like human waste that they pour the chemicals. He's like, so I'm sitting here playing with fucking human shit, man. He's like, you gotta let me in this building so I can go wash my fucking hands and shit. He's like, I don't have key to get in. He's like, what the fuck do I do? I can't touch nothing now. Oh my God. And the way he was telling the story, dude, it was just, it was one of those you had to be there things, but it was just cracked. I never laughed so hard watching him and his facial expressions. But yeah, he said it was like, it looked like Play-Doh mixed with sand or something. He's like, it was he's like, this is the coolest fucking stuff, man. He's like, this is dirt. He's like, this is the weirdest dirt. It's so cool.
But a bunch of years ago, yada yada yada, shitting grin. A bunch of years ago, they stopped that from the one up near me, and you can get everything else, in all those places. But yeah, they stopped that years and years ago.
Yeah, I guess
one of the farmers I watch you can still buy human poop to put on the fields.
No,
it's been detoxified,
right?
Sterilized. Yeah. How about a good? What's your job? Well, I'll sterilize poop so farmers can use it.
I'm a chicken catcher.
Then they got random corn and tomato
chickens,
watermelon.
Where do you think cream corn comes from? It's
cream corn.
My neighbor recommended.
It looks just like diarrhea.
My neighbor recommended putting manure on strawberries.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck, that tastes bad. I'm going back to whipped cream.
I'll tell you what, though. Depending upon how big your garden is, whatever, right? If it's in the ground, whatever. But you know what does work, though? If you put
fish.
Yeah. You go fishing in the summertime, you clean the fish.
Oh, yeah, the guts.
Put that shit in a bucket, little water, right in the fucking garden.
My mom and dad always threw fucking coffee grounds in the garden.
Anything like that that causes what do you call it? Anything that's going to break down and
Yeah, used to work on my pot plants when I was a kid. That I may or may not have grown.
Right.
Used to
the one I learned from the guy on that one I learned from that guy on the TV show. The one up in Alaska. What do you call it when you make the chocolate? What's that process called? Like when you take what's the name of it? Like what's the
When you do what?
You know how when you make chocolate?
Oh, yeah. Where you burn it or whatever, you heat it up inside of a tin can or whatever.
Right. So what he did was he put all this wood in a barrel, right? He put this wood in a barrel and did the exact same thing. that you do with char cloth. So he
Yep.
puts the wood in the barrel, closed the barrel, had a hole,
Yeah.
lit it.
So he made charcoal.
Yeah, but you can make charcoal by burning regular wood after in the fire. You know what I mean? But he did it because it comes out as a
Hardwood charcoal.
it comes out as a very fine powder, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, you basically bake it.
He throws that in his garden. It's
And
called making chocolate. No, I know it's called making chocolate, but there's a name for it when you're taking something out of it. What are you taking out
When
of
I
the?
when I lived out in the country, man, you'd see one of those big giant tanker truck things that like you got the big huge like 3 wheels and it has the arms that extend out to spray shit, and you're like, oh, here comes the hog shit. They would spray like fucking hog shit all over the crops. And it's fucking dude, it's the worst smell for like a week, and that shit. It's like you gotta close your windows and shit. Oh yeah.
They used to, my next door to my brother's ex-wife's house. This guy was a landscaper. Fucking July was real hot. A tough month in July over there because he'd get his fucking load of fucking
The mulch.
whatever. No, it's hush shit or whatever, right?
I'll tell you what, I can't hardly stand
But-
the smell of some of this
Oh,
mulch
my
that
God.
they have now.
I'll tell you what, the black mulch is fucking highly flammable.
Turkey's the worst. Turkey shit on a field is disgusting.
You know, I think the worst shit is the fucking shit squeezers. I call them shit squeezers too. The fucking Canadian geese.
Oh yeah, man, they shit all over our parking lot at work, and it's all
Fuck
green and
them.
shit.
Oh, I hate stepping on goose shit, and then it's on the side of your shoe and it's your leg. And, oh my god!
Hey, do you know that Canadian geese, if you shine like one of them green lasers out, they'll fucking take off and they won't come back.
Yeah, don't do that.
Really?
That's what we use. We have a green laser at work, and when they every year they come down in the area, but there's a pond by our facility that's like so far away, and they always wander over in our area, but once you go out there with the green laser, they don't come back.
Yep.
Some reason, I don't know, a red laser won't work, but a green laser does.
I seen a show where they were keeping the Canadian geese off this polluted pond. They hired 2 guys. That was their job. It was an old mine, and they had the polluted water, and they used a green laser with the same results.
Yeah.
Really?
I had no clue. Well, yeah, sorry. Yeah, one of the guys I work with like, oh yeah, he's like, when them geese come in, just go over there with the green laser and get rid of them. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, the green laser in the drawer. And I'm like, I open the drawer and I pull the green laser out, and I'm like, okay, just shine it at him. He's like, oh yeah, just wave it all over the place over there. He's like, they'll take off and fly, and they won't ever come back.
Well, what it does is it burns out their retinas, so they get lost and they can't find the pond again.
Well,
Is that what it is?
I don't understand why you just don't take a fucking
No.
shotgun.
You'd have
I
to
don't understand why you just don't take a 12 gauge full of fucking turkey load and shoot them all in the fucking head and call it a day.
Right.
Feed the fucking poor. Feed the fucking poor.
Because it's in a suburb.
Have you guys
So
heard
what?
about how
You got a
rats
bunch of Karen.
shining it at planes?
So use a crossbow then.
Oh yeah, people.
Yeah, right on.
We have a small airport next to us, and there's always somebody in trouble for shining a fucking laser up at planes or a helicopter or some shit.
Yeah, it's bad. You should watch some videos on that shit.
Yeah, if it hits the window just right, it blinds the hell out of everybody in the
The
cockpit.
whole cabin, they say, lights up. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
what you do is you just take a laser and you turn it on and you shine it up in the sky and duct tape it to your neighbor's tree. That way your neighbor gets in trouble for that shit.
Do away with them cheap laser pointers.
Dang, Mikey wants to go all Dick Cheney on the poor birds. Goddamn right. You know why? Because they're fucking Canadian. How's that sound? Kill them all. Feed the poor.
Wasn't it a pheasant? Wasn't he pheasant hunting?
Yeah. Shot his buddy. Another famous guy. I can't remember who it
Would he have a feather in his hat? Yankee Doodle?
was. No, I think they were quail hunting.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, would he shoot him in the back or something?
No, right in the face.
Shot him right in the face.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Dick Cheney.
I saw a I don't know, it was the main one in New Hampshire. Northwoods
By
Law.
the way, it wasn't close range.
Whale hunt. Yep.
I don't know if it was New Hampshire or Maine's Northwoods Law, but they had an episode where the nephew shot the fucking uncle. Because I
Turkey
guess,
hunting?
yeah, they were.
I think I've seen that.
The uncle moved. The uncle wasn't supposed to be where he was, and he said he wasn't going to go down there. He was going to go the other way. So the turkeys came in, and unbeknownst to the uncle, the kid never moved either. And the kid fucking let it rip. Fucking peppered his uncle. Oh my God. They showed him in the hospital. His fucking back looked like Swiss cheese. It was just it was nasty. So anybody that doesn't think a turkey load doesn't hurt, ask this guy. He'll tell you.
Oh, fucking turkey loads. Like, we always use like 4-shot.
Yeah.
You know.
Pretty high powered.
He didn't die, but they were picking fucking lead out of his fucking back for the longest time.
Right. They should ban shotguns.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are dangerous.
Regular shotgun mug video. What in the world? Yuck.
Coffee, ice cream,
Oh.
organic.
Oh, you know what's funny that you're showing the
Organic.
coffee ice cream, Stevie? I was in the mood for a milkshake the other night, so I settled on a frap, and it was coffee.
Nice.
I haven't had coffee flavored, frap or ice cream in forever.
Right.
The fuck are you guys talking about?
Stevie just showed a tub of coffee ice cream. Coffee flavored ice cream. You ever had coffee flavored ice cream before?
No.
Yum.
Is there another real chat going on with men?
Just some of the guy who takes a fucking photo like this. It's gonna ask if there's a chat with real men.
I have said photo.
Okay, so
I even
let's
got a
not.
better one than that.
You do?
Did you see the photo that I for the icon?
Yes,
you
it's
don't remember
awesome.
Ohio? Let's just say.
Guess what? They're not eating that bait no more.
Oh
Let-
no.
Let's just say nipples.
They're
are
not even
involved,
hitting the spoon
Ohio.
on it anymore.
Are
Well,
you
we
talking
did have
about like when we were on the private chat, and then like when somebody else entered, we were sitting there shirtless?
No, a different kind. This
I
is
did,
like
however,
hold up your shirt.
I caught a prickle, but not. That was last Sunday morning.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
that was funny though. Me and Steve were in a chat, and somebody else entered, and we knew they were coming in, so we both just took our shirts off and was just sitting there talking to each other shirtless.
Okay, and you're asking for where the real chat is with real men. Okay,
It was a
guess we
joke, and
just
it was
have to
funny.
rack her shock on the two birds. Will go
To see the look on their face too was like what the fuck
birds
did I
all
just
saw the
get her
mug
into?
Good point by Jaywat. I'm sure the bird saw that mug video. She did. Yeah, so I gotta go down. I'm gonna buy fucking night crawlers. See if they'll eat the night crawlers, because they're not hitting a frog. They're not hitting nothing.
Huh.
The Senkos there, whatever the fuck they call them. They're
Yeah.
not hitting those. They ain't hitting shit artificially.
Huh.
I put fucking minnows in there. I put fucking everything. Nothing. And I got one little stupid fucking perch. Don't even ask me why.
Did
Follows my fucking spinnerbait all the way in. And I'm going, that's a perch. The perch was probably maybe an inch longer than my bait.
yeah,
and I'm like,
those suckers.
I'm like, what are you doing?
He was hungry.
Coffee flavored ice cream? Did you move to Seattle or Portland? I would never move to either one of those.
I love Pacific Northwest.
Why is that a Pacific Northwest thing? Coffee ice cream.
I don't
Yes,
know about that.
Starbucks.
Ugh, Starbucks. Starbucks are for
This ain't
people with
no
their nose in the
Starbucks.
air. You
They
know,
started it all. They started the craze.
they're the most stuck up fucking people I've ever met. Fucking people that go to Starbucks.
Hey, Steve. Speaking of Starbucks, remember when we went to the drive-thru at Starbucks?
Remember what?
Remember
When you
when we
went-
went to the drive-thru at Starbucks and I had no idea what I was trying to order?
I'll be right back.
All right.
Maybe a soda.
Start a citywide panic.
When I went to Oregon last November, my brother had to stop at one of those places. I just couldn't believe it. I would just can't believe how many people go through a drive-thru for a drink.
Yeah.
Hey,
I've
now
seen
I'll go
it
through
at
McDonald's for an ice cold Coca-Cola because it's any size you want for $1. So I get that big trash can full size, that big trash can.
Right.
12
Even the kids order. There was never any kids drinking coffee when I was growing up.
All right,
Right.
my freaking 14-year-old, well, he's 15 now. My 15-year-old drinks coffee and all kinds of shit.
You weren't allowed to.
Right? Yeah, like Susie says, we weren't allowed to drink coffee. That was like a grown-up thing.
Way back my first year on YouTube, Big Boy Bushcraft, he sent me a package and it had a coffee flavored chocolate crisp bar.
Oh, wow.
It's like, I hate the smell of coffee, the taste of it, but you know what? Just to be nice, I'm going to try it, man. Did I have a freaking horrible taste? Oh, man.
You know what? Somebody gave me a chocolate beer one time, and that was the
Ew.
grossest shit.
I'm doing my chocolate.
No, I've had beer with like grapefruit juice in it, like Elvis juice or whatever it's called. Yeah, there's some pretty good IPAs or whatever they are, different flavors. But it's not it's not like something that I'd be like, oh, I don't drink that all the time. No, it's like a once in a while type thing. But man, that chocolate beer was, I don't know, like whoever fucking made that, it should be drug out in the street. Fucking
Chocolate covered potato chips.
My mom loves those chocolate covered potato chips.
Yeah, I've never seen them.
Oh, yeah.
Pretzels, yeah, but not chips.
I like the chocolate covered pretzels. Those are pretty good.
Well, she likes chocolate coffee beans.
Why do you always talk about food this late at night?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
I
really
think
bad.
we all get
They're eating ice cream in front of us.
hungry this
and
late at
offer-
night. Right on, Brenda.
Wow, 7 years old.
That's what she didn't drink the coffee until
Maybe
I forget. I was a teenager when I started drinking coffee.
50.
I drank it when I was a kid. My grandma used to give it to me all the time. She said it'd stunt my growth. Boy, was she wrong.
I used to get tea. My grandmother used to give us tea.
Yeah, yeah.
The biggest fucking lie was ever told to me was eat all your food so that way you grow up big and strong. Now fucking look at me.
Yeah.
Clean your plate.
I'm big, that's for goddamn sure. I came home last night from work and well, my wife, she like sent me a text and she's like, "What do you want for dinner?" I'm like, honestly, I said, I'm not even hungry. And she's like, well, I'm just going to eat leftovers then. I'm like, go for it. I'm like, when I get home, I said, if I'm hungry, I'll heat some leftovers up or something. But I wasn't even hungry. And I got home, and about 2 hours after being home, I was like, you know what? I want something, but I'm not starving. I'm not really hungry. And I was like, you know what sounds good is a fucking peanut butter sandwich and a glass of milk, And it just hit the spot. I was like, damn.
Hey, Ohio.
Back to basics.
Matt says, I went to the Jack Shack and bought my ex some chocolate flavored undies. I'm guessing her new man loves them. Just with sneak sips of tea with moonshine in it. Oh. Moonshine and tea. Ooh. Now there's a fucking.
I don't like tea that much.
I
mean,
hate tea.
I really, yeah, I kind of hate it too, but I can tolerate like that McDonald's sweet tea because it's like 1,000% sugar. But
Yeah.
I don't drink none of it.
You can say it right.
Green tea, sweet tea, iced tea, fucking
well,
Long Island iced tea.
My
None of
buddy-
it. Hate them all.
buddy-
It's pronounced sweet tea.
my
Oh,
buddy
I'm sorry.
said, I was at
There.
his house. He goes, "Hey, you want something to drink?" And I'm like, "Sure." And so he hands me this thing, and he's like, "This is all I got." And I was like, "Oh," but it was an Arnold Palmer, like half tea, half lemonade.
Those are pretty good.
That shit was pretty good, dude. I gotta admit, I was like, and I was like, I didn't think I would like that shit, but yeah,
I really don't
I
like
could handle that.
but they're decent. There, now I got a container for my fishing worms
There you go.
There you go.
Look at it
with a
go.
snap lid.
Wow.
Going in the water.
Go
And
spray the.
who
Go,
said you can't learn anything during a recession?
no shit. Shirley's,
What are you doing?
Shirley's just taking a video of the video.
Let's
It's all Shalisa's fault.
Down a little bit well before you take calls.
oh, see it. Oh.
Ah, nuts. It's 12:30. Probably should get it. I should.
But I have a hard time getting worms now since Susie made me clean all the leaves, rotten wood, and dirt off my driveway. That used to be the best spot.
Right on, Matt. Ice T was good in that cop show.
He was actually a good actor.
That's Law and Order, wasn't it? Was he Law
He's
and
still
Order?
on it.
Or in what
He's still on, as far as I know.
Special Victim Unit or whatever? SVU.
Yeah.
Who loves it, baby?
You.
Yeah, he's been on it like fucking 17 years or something.
Yeah, all those old criminal gangster rapper guys have all played cops in movies and TV.
Yep.
Ice Cube was good. He's good.
Yeah.
I've seen him in a few movies. He was
Yeah.
good. Who's the other guy? Tone Loc?
Tone Loc played a cop in Ace Ventura.
Is he the one that drank the piss?
I don't know. He was.
Who's the cop? Remember the cop? They pissed in the bottle and the cop pulled him over for drinking and driving or something?
Oh no, that was Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, that was. I'm sorry. Dumb and Dumber.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Or wait, was that Dumb and Dumber? But there was also Wild Hogs. There was a cop scene with something.
Anybody else remember the movie Hollywood Nights? No.
Hollywood Nights.
Where's G Trapper when I need him? Stevie, you should know. You should remember that movie Hollywood Nights with Ron Howard and Ron Howard was in it. Was Ron Howard in that? Hang on a minute.
Was it after American Graffiti?
I think it was before American Graffiti.
Jaywat.
Hollywood Nights? Oh, I'm confusing that with Boogie Nights.
Oh, okay.
That was a
I'm
good
like,
one.
I don't remember Ron Howard.
That was Dirk Diggler, man.
Yeah,
And Chess Rockwell.
that was actually a good movie, though.
It was a good movie.
Was it Hollywood Nights? It's an old.
I used to like those crazy movies like Amazon Women from the Moon and It Came from Hollywood and
The B movies.
It was set in like the 50s.
Are you talking about National Graffiti or something graffiti?
I just said that.
Or-
American Graffiti.
Hang on.
Yeah, Ron Howard. All them people were in there. You know those people.
Harrison Ford was in it.
Harrison Ford.
Was Suzanne Summers in that also?
Wow.
Ron Howard, Harrison Ford, Paul Lamette, Richard Dreyfuss, Charles Martin Smith, Cindy Williams.
Yeah.
That was American Graffiti. Is that the one that's Mrs. Friedman and then they fucking moon her? Let me see.
Now that sounds like Porky's.
Porky's was good.
I swear that reminded me of where I grew up.
It might have been. It might have been American Graffiti instead. I might be wrong. That was a George Lucas film. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that was his first movie.
What was he like?
He made
12?
that before Star Wars.
1970. More American. There was like 3 of them. I guess from what it says here.
Oh, you know what I seen tonight?
maybe
Right
not.
now we're having the Woodward Dream Cruise, which everybody comes from all over America and rides their old cars and stuff. I seen a 72 Grand Prix, the car I used to drive.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Oh my God, it was mint.
Did you see the one on Facebook? The guy was doing a fucking going antiquing or something. And he fucking there's a Shelby GT 550 or some bullshit like that
Wow.
in a
Oh, shit.
garage collecting fucking dust.
Speaking of the Shelby 350 GT 350, earlier tonight we were watching the whatever that auction is, where the car auction.
The big one?
Yeah. And man, they brought a car out and it went for $4 million. Yeah, it was a original Shelby Cobra.
Really?
Wow.
It went for 4.8
Was it
4.8 million. And it was
Wow.
like this actual car was the only car from America or something like that that won a European race or something. It was all original. It was badass, dude. And it went for 4.8 million for a fucking car.
You never know what you find out in these fucking backwoods of fucking, West Virginia or fucking one of the
Barn
Cadillacs.
There's always
Yeah.
somebody finding a 69 Charger in a barn
Oh
someplace.
my God. And it's. I still think the coolest one was the guy that was fucking yacht sale, fucking junkie, like addiction. And his wife tells him to get rid of this and that, and the other thing or whatever, yada, yada, yada. He winds up on that traveling fucking antique show.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's got an original fucking Declaration of the Independence.
Oh my God.
An original. He said he bought it at a yard sale for $5.
Jesus.
Always meant to put it, he wanted to put it like in glass or whatever on his wall. He never did it.
Yeah.
So I guess his wife said, hey, this shit's got to go, blah, blah, blah. And, why don't we take some of the shit? An original?
There was a guy.
And you don't know if that thing even looked close to being fucking something, I'd be right down somewhere saying, hey, is this thing fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That Antiques Roadshow, there was a guy there one time I seen it where he bought this picture at a garage sale because he wanted the frame. So when he took the painting out,
Yeah.
there was another painting below it. It was like some major I don't know. I forget which one it was, but it was like a museum piece that had been missing forever. And it was worth like billions of dollars. It was crazy.
It's
But yeah,
amazing.
he bought it for like $10 at a yard sale or whatever because he wanted the frame.
The other thing, I'll tell you what, you go to yard sales. I probably shouldn't say this on. Probably shouldn't say this on fucking, but I'm gonna anyway. You go to some of these yard sales, right? My wife goes to this yard sale, and she calls me, and she's like, "Hey," she says, "This guy's got like ice fishing equipment and everything." Blah 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 blah. I says, "Oh yeah, where is it?" She goes, "It's like right around the corner from the house." I'm like, "All right, I'll take a walk down and look."
Divorce sales are the best.
So I'm standing there and I'm talking to the guy about ice fishing, and she says, "Yeah," he says, he goes, "The weather's killing me now." He says, "I'm just trying to." I took a couple of old wooden traps he had. Well, didn't take them, I bought them. some other guy's talking to him at the same time. He's like, "Oh, did you hunt this, that?" Yeah, he goes, "Yeah." He's da 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 da. Next thing I know, here come the fucking. The guy goes in his fucking garage.
Yeah, you got any guns? Always
Here-
ask her if they
here-
got any guns for
here-
sale. to gun
here-
set.
Here comes the fucking guns.
Yep.
Guy bought fucking. I don't know even what they were. I'd never seen him take them out of the case. But you could tell the case was full. You know, there was a shotgun in there or something in there, and fucking. Here you go. I'm like, fuck, I should ask for that.
Yeah, dirt.
Dumbass. So now anytime I go by one and I look to see if there's any hunting or fucking anything like that out there. Oh yeah, I'll stop. Let me stop and ask.
Yeah, if there's any like hunting or fishing equipment, you can always kind of judge somebody and just be like, you know, just do it nonchalantly.
Yep.
You wouldn't have to have any guns for sale, would you?
My buddy got a fucking trailer. I'm so pissed off at him. Of course, he calls me up just to break my balls about it, right? Like right after I bought this one. And he calls me up and he goes, "Hey, guess what I just bought?" I go, "What?" He goes, "I bought a trailer." I goes, "Yeah, me too." He says, "No shit." So he goes, "Guess what though?" I go, "What?" He goes, "I bought it for $100." I go, "Oh, what?" I says, "Oh, what are you gonna? What's it empty? You gonna redo it, or you just gonna use it as like a?" He goes, "No." What are you talking about? He goes, "You know how my brother works for that place that goes in after, you know, people move or you know, all this for the realtor people?" I go, "Yeah." He goes in, and the wife, the ex-wife, she's got everything. She's got everything at the house. Well, now she's moving. She don't want the trailer. He just walked away. He just walked away with a 30-foot trailer that's like 3 years old.
Oh my God.
$100. You know why? Because she hated her ex-husband.
I told you, those are the best. Divorce at, if you see a couple of fishing poles and a lady sitting out front, stop.
Right?
You might get the world for $5.
Do you want me to open that up for you? You want to try sleeping like that?
It actually makes me feel a little bad because you know what's going on.
You're pointing, you're not talking.
Nice Craftsman tools.
You want to stay like that?
$2.
All right.
It's like, oh, you're mad at your ex, aren't you?
Mom did that to Dad.
Go take a pillow off of.
Yeah, I feel kind of
your
bad, but
sister's
don't
bed.
stop me from buying.
She's sleeping at Nana's.
Sucker.
Mikey, are you in a camper?
Yeah, I'm up north. I'm in my trailer.
Oh,
In my pop-up.
Sweet.
Here, hang on. Jake, use the put the other two behind it. Give me these two. Yep, put one like that, and one like this. You know why? Because then your head won't hit this fucking thing. All right. Are you going to bed right now? Yep. He made it up here. I'm really happy the fact that you made it up all by yourself, because I was gonna go take a drive after I got off the chat to make sure you get in okay. And look at the grin on your face. Smoke? How much did you smoke tonight? A lot. Yeah,
Very
with the
close,
girl.
Lisa.
Good. You gonna go to sleep now? Okay, good. All right, that's fine. Take your hat off. Get a blanket. Call it a day. All right. Sorry, kids.
I
I was gonna go down after the chat and go find him because I don't know where. I mean, I knew he was in camp. I knew he was in the camp. It wasn't like, you know. But I said I better go get him because I gave him those fucking things, and then he's fucking smoking.
Smoking it on top
with
of it.
With his cousin. So I'm like, you know, the last time I had him walk him to the fucking trail. You know. But did you get yourself a blanket? You want me to get it, or you gonna get it? Yeah, so Ohio, I'm up in the trail. You don't see the difference in the background?
I thought you got
I just noticed it, to be honest with you, man. You know what, though? You haven't froze up or anything like you normally do.
Yeah, no shit.
Right. And I'm about, here's the funny part. That's about what, 40 yards? I'm about 40 yards from my brother's house whose Wi-Fi I'm using. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
He's got the good shit.
Well, it's that, and it's I think the cable in my house is cracked worth the shit, right? The other thing is that I'm the only one using Wi-Fi right now. Now the boys, now he's got his tablet in his fucking hand, right? So I'll probably start going. But usually when I'm at home, one TV downstairs is using the internet, the other one's using the internet.
Right.
The wife's upstairs using the internet, and I'm on the chat trying to, you know.
Uh-oh. Speaking of weird internet, mine's blinking right now. I just tried to LOL Jaywat for his awesome comment.
I actually thought Mikey was at Timberline North's place. Listen, and you didn't even mention Watertown tonight, there asshole. So listen, I'm gonna give you a 2.
Double.
A 2
for the Timberline North comment.
A 2 for
fucking Jaywat. Jaywat, you gotta come down to the States. I'll meet you at the border. I'll meet you at any border crossing you want. I'll bring the coffee.
Canada, I think.
I will do dinner. What's that?
Border of Canada you're talking about?
Yeah. Because God knows I can't get in that fucking country.
Yeah, you can hang out in the guard shack at the bridge and come on over. Oh wait, you don't have the bridge. You just drive straight over.
You know, people laugh. I'll say it on my site. It's an act of Congress in Canada to get me in. I said I got to call the consulate and fucking write a letter and say, you know, I haven't been in trouble for fucking 21 years. Blah 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 blah. Just to get in to watch a fucking Bruins
All
game.
you gotta do is just tell them, take a picture with the liberal shirt on. Just tell them you're a liberal. They'll let you right in. I finally got it.
I was being nice, but I can bring up Watertown if that's what we really want.
I've been fake yawning all night trying to get
Listen, nothing happened in Watertown, Mass. That shouldn't have happened. Okay, so
right, it only lasted like 3 days, and they canceled that show.
Exactly. So you know what I mean. They did what they did.
That show. It was a good show. You couldn't tell who the good guy was or the bad guys.
They did what they did.
He did too.
Yes, bring up Watertown. Fucking Matt. I knew he would, the bastard. Listen, they did what they did. They put in martial law. They got their man. You know,
it almost looks like Mike's poking a bear.
Poking fucking 2 bears. I'm poking 2 bears. I'm poking one silverback bear, Matt, and I'm poking fucking. Well, I haven't seen Jaywat in a few years on the chat, so he's probably all fucking silver too. So, and by the way, I'm not poking fun because I'm all silver too. But hey, it is what it is. It was what it was. However you want to put it. You know.
I think I'm going to call it a night, guys.
All right, Ohio.
Yeah, we're not far behind y'all. It is 1:15. So. See, these guys want to bring up Watertown. Neither one of them want to talk about it, bro.
It's crazy.
Great night. I'll see you all probably tomorrow then.
All righty.
Brother.
All right.
Wonderful to see you.
Just think, I gotta get up in 5 hours and go fishing.
Night.
Good night.
I gotta get up in 5 hours and go fishing.
Wow.
Not even 5 hours. I want to leave here at 5:15, 5:30. Well, I can't. You know why? Because I don't have a fucking phone to set my alarm.
Uh-oh.
I know you do. Don't set it. I'll get up on my own. Nothing spells freedom like martial law. But listen, they had a bad guy. Listen, they were trying to get a bad guy that, you know, that blew a couple of people up with a fucking pressure cooker bomb. You know, shot a cop, killed him. You know,
ran over his brother.
Jaywat.
Killed his brother.
To see here.
Fucking speed bump. Killed his brother speed bump. You know, and they, you know, hey. My only problem with that whole night is I'm going to tell you, door-to-door warrantless searches at gunpoint, or as Mikey says, nothing to see here. Exactly. They went with blinders on. They were only looking for one guy. They didn't care if you had drugs on you, fucking smoking, if you had fucking 18 pounds of fucking crack on your fucking front on your coffee table. They didn't give a fuck. They just wanted to
You
see
know
if
what
he was.
cracks me up?
What?
If cops walked up to my door and says, "Can we come in? We're looking for a felon on the run."
Yeah.
Now, if I know said felon is in my house,
Yeah.
I ain't letting nobody in.
Right, Psst, Mikey.
So anybody that says, "Yeah, come on in," you know,
You're right.
it's pretty much innocent.
Jaywat, you're totally right. I know. Jaywat, look up. I know right where the house is, Jaywat. All right. Jaywat says, "Psst, Mikey, it was a homeowner who found the guy, not the army of cops." I know. He was what they say, half a mile out of the perimeter they set up.
Yeah, but
Where they
with
found
that last school shooting, we all seen how a big bunch of cops works.
And my only complaint about the whole night, my only complaint about the whole thing, you had all those fucking guys shooting into a fucking boat, and that motherfucker's still breathing.
Yeah,
Come
right.
on.
Cops are like the worst shots ever.
Come on. Cop bangs on the door. We're here to deliver some freedom. They're all mad at me because I told them that if they knocked on my door, hey, come right on in. He's not here, but do what you got to do. Because he'd already been fucking shot or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just come right on in. I got nothing to hide. You know? T.I. used to get mad at me. Don't let them do that, Mike. Why? Why? You know, when you get arrested, T.I., and you have a right, it's your right, your God-given right to remain silent, correct? What if I want to talk? What if I don't give a shit and I just want to talk? It's my right to do so, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
It's also my right if I want to open the door to cops that are looking for fucking Gilligan, right? If I open the door, it's my right that I can open my own door. Because I know he's not in my house because I would have already have swept my house, right? Here you go. Go right ahead. You're not going to find him. He's not in here. Do what you got to do. Nothing to hide. Here you go. People used to yell at me off for it all the time.
Yeah,
You can yell at me all you want.
I wonder. I would
If
like
they're
to
my
know-
rights, then
I
they're
wish
mine to
somebody
give
would-
up and give away.
I
when
wish
I
somebody
see
would have
fit.
had video of that. I would like to see how thoroughly
is.
they searched. If
Oh,
they
you
went
mean like a
into
body cam on them? You mean if they had body cams? I don't know if they had body. I don't think they had body cams on them. They did go door to door, and they went, and they would be fucking single person's house they wanted to. Jaywat's not joking. Neither's Matt when they're saying that. I tease everybody with the martial law. They technically didn't. The governor ever signed a thing for martial law, but it pretty much what they did was all martial law. You know what I'm saying here? You know what I mean? Jaywat says, but the cops had no right to demand at gunpoint for people to leave their house so they could search it. Correct. Mikey clears his house with his Massachusetts legal single shot.
Let the ball busting begin. That's why.
But
that's why
listen.
Dick is always quiet.
First of all, Jaywat. First of all, you're looking for somebody again who killed how many people, right? So, when you say the cops are searching their house at gunpoint, of course they're gonna have their guns out. They're looking for a fucking felon. Did you expect them to leave him in the car? Hang on. Oh, he's here? Hang on. Let me go back to the car and get a gun. You know? I mean, they're doing a search. Of course they're going to have guns at a search.
You know, it's weird. Did they do that every time a Unabomber set one off?
You know, I don't know. I don't even know if it's been done, to be honest with you, for quite some time. They kind of they knocked, well, let me say it this way, at a much lower scale. If you guys remember there was a guy, Jesus Christ, I can't remember his name. I got cousins, everybody that went to school with him. What was his name? This guy, what is his fucking name? He shot his wife. He shot his pregnant wife. Killed her. Okay. Gave the gun to his brother. Brother throws the gun in the river. Before he gives the brother the gun, the brother shoots him in the fat on the side, right? So calls, 911, blah, blah, blah. Somebody shot my wife. They were by Brigham and Women's to hospital because she was going to a Lamar's class or whatever. They went door to door looking for the fucking black guy in the description. It wasn't even a fucking black guy that did it. It was his fucking brother. What is his fucking name? Charlie Stewart. Look up Charles Stewart in Boston. And then now he's all beside himself because he shot his wife, killed his wife, a pregnant wife, right? Has his brother shoot him. Brother throws the gun in the river, right? And then if you want to look up the Tobin Bridge in Boston, it's Tobin, right? Look up the Tobin Bridge. He fucking takes a swan dive off that fucking thing.
Wow.
Ends justifies the means. Mikey DeLucia. Listen, I have no problem with people that if they do not want them in their house. Okay, I don't. It's your Fourth Amendment right, correct? I don't have a problem with that. But again, I also don't have a problem with somebody that said, "Yeah, go right ahead."
Right on.
What I usually do now is that, especially after I was quite a few years, not quite a few, maybe, I got felony stopped because I was playing cards 2 doors down from where somebody broke into a car dealership, did all kinds of stupid things or whatever. And the last thing they said was a black SUV. I'm leaving a card night for raising money for Pop on a football. And what am I driving? A black SUV. So I got stopped by 2 cops from the town that I was in and one from the town that I live in. And I noticed the cop that from the town that I live in because they got me coming out of the car and I saw him and I'm like, dude, what did I do? He says, listen to me. Just do what they ask you to do to a T. I said, I'm going to. I just want to know what I did first. That's all I'm asking you. He says, I swear to God, he says, I'll tell you everything. As soon as they put you in cuffs, I'm going to tell you everything. I said, all right, fine, no problem. They get me in cuffs. He come walking over to me. He says, where are you coming from, Mike? I go, Maximilians. I goes, they had the Papuana thing to raise money. They had a Texas Hold'em tournament to raise money. And he goes, I go, what? He goes, you know where the car dealership is? I says, yeah, 2 doors down. He says, yeah. He says, somebody broke into it. I go, okay, why are you pulling me over? He goes, because I gave a description of a black SUV. I'm like, you're kidding me. He goes, no. I'm like, fuck. I goes, guys, listen. I says, I got nothing to hide. I goes, here's what I'm going to tell you to do, though, okay? You can search my vehicle all you want. I you know, I was going to ask you to do one thing. I'm married to somebody that will fuck me up if I come home and her car's a shit and mess. I go, so just put the mess back the way you make it and go from there. The guy started chuckling. I goes, you think I'm joking? I hate joking. I'd rather deal with you people, guns drawing me in the whole 9 yards, than deal with her in a bad mood. What, are you kidding me? So it didn't. So now, I like fucking with them. I've been pulled over plenty of times after that. And I even had one guy. He said to me, he says, "Geez, he says, are you sure you didn't drink?" He's like, I can smell. It smells like stale beer or something in here. And I go, nah, maybe stale Pepsi. I go, I'll let you take a look, but then you're going to have to put it back the way you find it. And he just looked at me. He goes, because you said I can take a look, I can search your vehicle. I goes, I'm not an idiot. I know you can search my vehicle. I gave you permission to. I go, but you're going to stick your hand out and you're going to say, I'm sorry, when you find nothing. Is that a deal? And he goes, what do you think this is? Some kind of game show? And I go, no. But when I'm wrong, when you pull people over and they're wrong, do you expect an apology? He says, yeah, sometimes. You expect an apology out of the kid when they're wrong? He says, yeah. I said, well, I expect an apology out of you when you're going to be wrong. He never searched the vehicle.
You didn't jump out and start screaming, am I being detained?
No.
Did they beat the crap out of you?
That's another thing I don't care about, right? If you're going to detain me, just make sure that it's something you can detain me about. If it ain't, I'm not going to ask if you're detaining me. I'm just going to walk away from you. Done that before, too.
BRB.
Somebody had to go party.
Yep.
That only happened once with the. Usually the cops are pretty good that I get pulled over by. I mean, you run into your jackasses, but
Right.
for the most part, they're pretty cool people. I never had a problem. The biggest problem I had was the guy that, because of the flipping off of the camera and all that, remember I told you? And he, and the sergeant gave me like a $25 fucking ticket for a sticker violation.
Oh.
And he was grinning ear to ear because he knew that I knew that they saw the fucking video, and that's why they started,
Yeah.
They were parked right across the street from my fucking work, the whole 9 yards. And, but then the patrolman, after the sergeant gave me the fucking ticket, the patrolman follows me to the gas station. Now he's going to give me a hard time in the store. What kind of fucking guy does the flips people out? And I'm not even paying attention to him. And when we left, he's like, excuse me, sir, come over here. I need to talk to you. He goes, no, you don't. Your sergeant already did. See you later. Good night, Susie. Scott. It was great to have you again, as always.
Slow motion.
Yeah.
We are not far behind you, Susie, because it is just hitting 1 a.m.
I'm not far behind you either. Just saying.
All right.
Oh, whoops.
Only if, because planting evidence is just a conspiracy. It is, Jaywat.
I doubt she streaks as much.
Always talk to the police if you have nothing to hide when you get nothing to worry about. I don't. That shit don't bother me. It really doesn't. All depends on my mood, I guess. Right. All right. So listen. Bang! There it is. That's what I was waiting for. It is exactly 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Wow.
I know, like Matt's like, wait a minute, it ain't 1 o'clock. I know, not out where you are, but unfortunately, it's 1 a.m. here. Are you going to be doing a chat tomorrow night, Stephen?
Yep, that's the plan.
About 10ish.
Yep. Try to make it a little earlier, maybe.
All right, there you go. You heard it from the horse. You heard it straight from the horse's mouth. All right.
Hey there.
And maybe tomorrow night, instead of wearing one ponytail, the girls will do the fucking handlebar ponytail.
How about one
You know
big
what I
one
mean?
right in the center of your forehead?
Nah, I like the handlebar ones. You know what I mean?
Shalisa's sporting them right now.
Right?
Yeah.
Just call me Pippi Longstocking.
Pippi, I was going to say Pippi Longstocking. All right, you guys. Hey, thanks a million. You guys all out in the chat. Matt, it was always great to see you, Matt. Jaywat, I'm sure we'll talk about Watertown another day. All right, but it was good to see all you guys. You guys, thanks for coming on. Stump, I hope you're sleeping well. Poor Stump. All right, you guys. Check Stevie's chat out tomorrow night. A little earlier than 10, maybe 9:30ish, quarter of 10-ish. Just go check out his channel if you don't get the notification. All right, but we are gonna get the hell out of here.
PNASCAR says, "Thank God it's over."
Did you really? PNASCAR said that?
Yeah.
Just somebody else. Just somebody else I get to fucking block from my chat. That's all.
That
There it is.
PNASCAR's.
Yep, that one.
All right, we're out of here. Good night, everybody.
Oh, wrong one.